All right, guys, welcome to the fucking Unfiltered podcast, man. It's gonna be a great show today. Let's get it.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
Wednesday night, baby. Tonight we're joined with 4 lovely and beautiful guests. Before we get into the show, though, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time we go live. Join the Discord. You get all the behind-the-scenes footage. Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is so funny, guys?
Yeah, like y'all laughing. I'm like, shit, what the fuck going on?
Yo,
you get all the behind-the-scenes footage.
All right,
you
go
get
ahead, bro.
The porn stars fighting, all that bullshit going on. You get all that shit. Also, you could drop us. Like corn stars. I already said it. Fuck it.
The corn stars united. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. You guys also drop us topic suggestions and videos to react to. And if you didn't know, 50K subscribers by June 10th, we'll be choosing 10 of y'all from the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord. Come on a cruise with us. It's gonna be me, Anwar, Josh Pellin, and Eric. We did finally get Eric to come. I don't know how. I'll make sure he's not gonna drown. We got him on that. It's gonna be the Virgin Cruise. So
I do know how to swim.
Nah, no. he doesn't want to be in the ocean.
I just don't like boats. I don't like boats. I don't like planes. Anything I can't control, I don't like it because I want to control my own death.
Yeah, but don't worry about it, bro. You'll be surrounded with a lot of women, bro.
That's cool.
There's gonna be hella girls, bro. No kids. Cool. Like you're gonna get lit.
Shout out. I'm surrounded around a lot of women now.
Exactly, you are.
All right, cool, man. Shout out to the chat, man. We see you guys already in here. 25 of you guys. It takes a while for you guys to come in all together. Shout out to you guys. Real quick, make sure you super chat if you guys want to ask us any questions, any specific topics you want us to touch on. You want to ask the ladies anything in specific, but just make sure that we're not asking repeated questions, guys. Yep. Okay. Sign over there. Go ahead and get that over with. We see the new Dragon Ball Z things over there, so we appreciate the support, man. Shout out to you guys. Real quick before we get started, Onward, give us a quick sponsor shout out.
All right, so shout out to our sponsor Vacay. They make CBD, CHG, and THC products. We got gummies and THC vapes on the table. All the THC is Delta 8, so it's legal in all 50 states. If you have any questions, hit us up in the DMs. We'll be happy to answer them and be happy to send you some samples as well. And shout out to our sponsor, Ask Dr. Kish. He's a certified family medical physician. He's here to answer all your questions. He's not going to prescribe you no bullshit. So hit him up. For the viewers of the podcast, he's offering a 50% off discount. And his links are in the description.
By the way, Vacay is awesome.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Vacay is awesome.
Yeah, guys, I haven't had one person to try Vacay products that did not like them.
No, for real. Like, not gonna lie.
That is the actual fact. And if y'all do want to become an affiliate, go ahead, DM me, Basil Artist on Instagram. We'll get that set up.
Yep, shout out to them. Also, shout out to boy Kish, man. Kish will be in the building tomorrow, so we're very excited about that one. Shout out to Kish. Real quick, man, special shout out to our boy Dom. Dom's been killing it with the Clips channel. Amazing, bro. Shout out to you. For the merch, guys, if you guys want merch, go ahead and DM me. Jules is actually taking care of the website. So the website will be up soon. That way you guys can just go on there
Probably
and shop.
by next week I'll have it done.
Yeah. So shout out to you. We'll also have like some really like cool girls modeling our merch. So that's gonna be cool too.
That's just gonna be dope.
50K subscriber by June 10th, guys. June 10th, 50K subscribers. I would take $50,000 and throw a party for you guys if we hit that mark. And let's get started with the nighttime show. We're gonna introduce ourselves. We'll start off with you. Make our way around this way.
And can I get your name, age, and what you do for a living?
Hey guys, my name is Jennifer. I'm 21. I'm a student currently, and I also work. So,
what's your major?
What do you work as?
PR, communications, and marketing.
What do you work as right now?
right now like a hostess,
Okay.
but potentially I want to work like as a bartending, because
Okay.
you know tips.
Okay,
But yeah.
cool. Shout out to you. And what about you?
My name is Jules. I'm 24, actually.
You forgot how
Yeah,
old
you
you
forgot
are?
how-
How do you
Whoa.
forget that? I don't know.
Nah, she wanted to say 21. That's what it is.
It's
Um,
fair.
I'm a bartender and I also work in sales.
Okay, shout out to you. What about you?
I'm also Jules. There's two Jules here.
Okay.
But I'm Jules, 23, and then I'm also a bartender.
Wow.
That's
Shout out to the
crazy.
Jules. Shout out to the
Up to you
Jules who are
guys.
bartenders. Two Jewel bartenders. Imagine if you guys both worked at the same spot
I know.
That would
bartending.
be lit. That would
Okay,
be
cool.
lit.
And what about you? Go ahead.
My name's Kim. I'm 18 and I sell vintage clothing.
Nice. Shout out to you. All right, cool. And shout out to the chat too, man. We see you guys already in here. Do we have a super chat already?
Yeah, we got one from Justin Vest. Shout out to you, Justin Vest. Shout out to Unfiltered Crew. You got a question. What is a toxic trait in a guy that you secretly think is sexy?
Good
Okay.
question, Justin. And shout out to you, homie. Hopefully you become a member. Let's go ahead and answer this question. What is a toxic trait that you ladies secretly find attractive in a guy? You know what? We'll start off with you. Go ahead.
Damn. A toxic trait. I would say a little bit needy. I think.
Needy.
And you
Yeah.
like
Really?
needy guys?
Well,
Is that
sometimes.
attractive to you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
She said what she said.
She said,
It
eh.
depends on certain things, but
I like how she said, eh.
Yeah.
But
So needy in a way where he's like texting you every day, calling you
I
every
mean, yeah,
day.
like attention.
Like, I
is
need you. I
important,
need to
yeah.
see you. Okay.
Yeah, but
Cool.
not like all the time because I need my personal space.
So it's
but, you know.
attractive at one point, but it gets annoying. at
Yeah,
another.
It's only attractive in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, cool. Shout out to you. Thanks for being unfiltered. What about you?
I would say like jealousy, but like obviously not too much, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good one.
Yeah.
Jealousy. All right, cool. What about you?
I'll say rudeness.
Rudeness.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me
Because it
give
can
me an
be,
example.
it can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing.
Okay. Give
Like,
me a quick.
I don't want to deal with somebody that's like fucking rude to the core. You know what I mean? But
Uh-huh.
if you're like rude to certain situations, I don't mind it.
How about this? Give me an example of something.
an example of something?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Speaking to the mic, please.
Sorry.
Strike one.
I mean, I don't. It's gonna be a lot of strikes.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, an example. I mean, if you're rude to what you stand by and what you do, that's fine. But if you're rude to like other people and like certain situations,
Yo, what-
that really
what
gets
is
to
that?
me.
This is my mic.
What the fuck? All right. Okay, cool. What about you? Go ahead and give me a toxic trait that you secretly find attractive.
Like when a guy's controlling.
Controlling. Okay, cool. Damn, that's crazy. Shout out to the chat, man, and shout out to my boy Justin. That was actually a really good question, Justin.
Yeah, it was a great.
All of the ones that you guys named are pretty common ones, actually. So
Yeah.
shout out to you guys. Any other super chats, bro?
No other supers.
No other supers. Okay, cool. Guys, make sure you super chat if you guys want your questions asked, man, or concerned. If you guys want ratings too, we let the ladies rate you guys.
or if you guys want to call in too.
Yeah, if you guys want
Yeah.
to do a call, actually, you know what? I think we have a call in.
Didn't Kish do like a 25?
I'm
So-
not,
No, he didn't.
No, but that's
He
for no, he did. He just I think that was for tomorrow, if I'm not. No, I think it was for today.
No, I think it was.
Yeah, it was for today. Shout out to Kish, man. I guess Kish, if you want to call in, we'll go ahead and do that. Just message Anwar in the chat. My question for you ladies is, what is the definition of misogynist? We'll start off with you.
Misogynist.
No.
Use it in a sentence. Can you use it in a sentence?
Like Eric is a misogynist.
I'm a misogynist. I'm not though, but
No,
you know that's a
Eric,
sentence.
Eric's a
Yeah.
misogynist.
I'm
Eric
giving
is
you
a
an example
misogynist.
right there.
Like meaning what? Like
Do you know what?
That's
Do,
what
wait,
I
wait,
don't
Do you
know.
know what misogynist?
I don't.
That's-
is?
that's-
Okay,
Okay,
okay, wait. We're not gonna help each other out here because we're coming to you. So we'll get around the table. So do you know what misogynist means?
Big word.
Big word.
Nope.
All right. What about you?
Misogynist is somebody that doesn't that's only about you, doesn't
Mike,
cheat on you.
Do me a favor. Speak into the
Yeah,
mic.
I'm
Turn
sorry,
the mic
I'm
closer.
sorry. To you.
Turn it to you, please.
But somebody
strike
that's
number 2.
only about you. Pretty much.
A
Right?
guy that's right on.
I'm sorry.
I
Can
don't
you
know.
repeat that? Because you weren't speaking
Like
into
that
the mic.
doesn't cheat or like see other people or
that's a
do-
misogynist.
I mean, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh no, that was
But-
monogamous. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Good
Yeah, that's
job.
monogamous.
I'm
There you
Yeah.
go.
so
Okay.
sorry.
That's
Misogynist.
familiar.
Yes. So, like for instance, someone that gets called that word a lot is Andrew Tate.
Oh, so somebody that supports like men to like a vision that like women because of feminism doesn't support it now. So like somebody that's like really, I guess, old school. Like I would describe it as old school.
So traditional.
honey.
So
No.
traditional.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
Okay. Cool. How
Correct
about
me,
this?
please.
What about you? What do you think misogynist means?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Shout
Can
out
you
to you,
tell me what
ladies.
it is?
Yeah, we will tell. We will tell you guys. How about this? Before we answer this, do you know what feminist means?
Yeah, it's like supporting women's rights.
Supporting
basically,
women's
yeah.
right.
So I
Okay.
guess it's the opposite.
So just supporting women's right. That's it.
Like in their values and morals and such
Okay.
as. Yeah.
Okay.
You go to college, right?
You're wrong again. But go ahead.
Really?
What is feminist to you? What does it
Isn't
mean?
it like women believing that they can do everything men can do?
Okay.
Equality, I guess.
So equality.
Mhm.
Okay. What about you? What do you
That
think?
was my answer.
Okay, equality. What about you?
Women fighting for women and men to be equal.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So 3 people got it right. One
Mm.
person got it wrong. You got 2 words wrong. Anwar, can you define both words for us, please, bro?
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so misogynist is a person who dislikes, despises, or strongly prejudiced against women.
Oh wow. Oh.
And then
That's what Andrew's been called a lot, by the way, and a lot of other people, like Jordan Peterson,
He
etc.
talks so good about women though.
He does.
He does,
yeah, he
yeah.
actually talks really good about women.
and then the definition of feminist is an advocate of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. A person who supports feminine. That's just an example. But yeah, they
So
want men and women
equality
to be
between
equal.
okay.
Yeah. So basically, being equal to men.
Yeah.
In every
Basi-
aspect.
And it's in like rights mostly though.
Yes.
So equal rights under the law.
Now, what do you think modern feminism is? We'll start off with you again. Go ahead.
Modern feminism.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting crazy here.
shit. Damn.
Come on, you go to school. You should know
Right.
this.
You're a
But I
resident.
don't study like
They literally
this
have a
feminism
modern
thing, like-
feminist
Class.
class
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
in
didn't take
college.
it.
They
Oh,
have
which
it
is
at
crazy.
Miami too.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
So,
take it then.
so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you're being
Modern
indoctrinated. Don't do it.
feminism, like
Stop tapping.
Yeah, go ahead.
like supporting like women's rights, their what should be equal, but also like men supporting it too, like in a way.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to you. What about you? Modern feminism. What do you think it means?
More of like the men doing things.
Interesting. Like in what way?
Like supporting, cooking, cleaning.
So, so men cooking and cleaning and supporting.
No, like financially.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Modern.
So you guys know what feminism is.
I
What do you think modern
I
feminism
think
is?
modern feminism goes like probably beyond feminism, obviously, but it's for me, from what I have seen, I think it's women trying to be beyond men, so they're trying to be on top of men.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to
Yeah.
you.
Like
Okay.
actually, like take because of the whole feminist movement's equality, but however, women nowadays do want to be on the
Over-
higher
yeah.
horse.
Wow.
So
Who is this woman?
You're right.
All right. Shout out to her.
You taught her good, bro.
All right. What about you? Modern feminism. What do you think it means?
It's the feminists that sit there and say, I don't need a man. I'm going to be an independent woman.
Right.
All that.
You're very smart. I would really like the chat to hear you speak. So let's make sure we're
Right.
talking
He's
to the
just
mic.
soft.
Lean into the mic.
Shout out to the chat, man. It's already 50 of you guys in here. If you guys have any questions for the ladies, you want to piggyback off of us or just,
Yeah. I do want to piggyback off your question.
ahead, yeah.
So do you guys think women want to be equal or do they want to be special?
special.
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 Okay.
Hmm.
That is actually a really good question. Shout out to you, Basil. So if women are fighting for equality and even modern women are fighting to be better than men, then how can you guys also want to be special? We'll start off with you. Go ahead.
Well, it's kind of hard because I feel like I want to feel special, but I also, there's times where I want it to be equal. So I would say I want it to be 50-50. Because in a way, a man can make me feel special, but I can also like...
Okay. Is it fair to say that women want to be equal to men and even better than men, but then also they want to have the cake and eat it too and say, you know what?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want you to also treat me special.
Because
Yeah,
I'm a
for
man.
right?
sure.
But
Yeah.
I would also try to make that man feel special.
Right.
So it's-
Okay.
Okay.
But that's only if you get.
How
yours
can you be
special.
equal if you're special though?
Okay. So go ahead. How can you be equal if you're special?
because there's this, it's depends on the situation, because there can be certain things that the men do to make you feel special, but meanwhile being in that relationship you can do equal things.
Okay, so a special thing that you get is you get to go to clubs for free, right? Right, and
I
a
mean-
man can't, so that's not equal, right?
Oh, it depends on his status.
Well, yeah, but most
Okay,
True.
generally,
That's true.
and that is true, but overall,
Yeah,
generally,
generally-
most men can't get into clubs
Yeah.
for
True.
free.
And a girl can get in regardless. of
Exactly.
status, unless she's
Unless she's
300
fat and
pounds,
ugly.
But
Even the 300.
It-
Well,
that's
no,
true.
you're right.
like,
Yeah.
it's- I'm pretty sure.
Nah,
I
if
can
she
still
walks
get
in
it.
with some bad
It's
friends,
much
she might
harder.
be able
It's
to
probably
get in.
as hard as a man to
Yeah.
get in.
Wow, that is actually a very good point right there. Okay, cool. So, how can you be equal and special at the same time? Do me a favor, tilt the mic a little bit up towards you. It feels like you grew a little bit since we started this show. Go ahead. So, how can you be equal and special at the same time?
Probably just being like really blunt, I guess. Or
Well, what
like,
I'm saying is, it's impossible to be equal and special at the same time.
yeah.
Right? So, how is it that women are fighting for equality, but yet they want to be special? They want to be treated special by men.
I guess because they like that clarification from men. I think that. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Damn, it's like you guys are destroying yourselves right
Yeah,
now.
like you're
No, I
saying.
feel like women in the beginning of the whole feminist movement, I think women were just trying to prove to men that, like, yes, indeed, we can do that. However,
Mhm.
if you really get down with a woman and you talk about it, they don't want that. They don't want to do all of that.
They don't.
But they do want to feel special, because that's the main thing about a woman. Like, you don't want to do what they do, but in the end of the day, you want to hold a value and like something to it. You know what I mean?
I think like because they want that safety net too. Like they don't want to like fall back on men.
yeah,
too,
but
so.
you could have a safety if you have a good man.
If you vet right, and
You
if
know
you're
what I mean?
submissive,
That's your safety. In the end of the day, they're
Yeah.
not looking for safety. They were just trying to prove that they could do the same, because I don't know, because
Okay. What about you? How can a woman be special and equal at the same time?
I don't think she can be. That's why I think like feminists and all that, it's like a really big scam.
Yeah.
Mm.
Shout out to you. I don't think you've said one dumb thing since you've been on the show.
For
Yeah, that's a
real.
fact.
That's ridiculous.
That's a fact.
Shout out to you. Chat, let me know what you guys think about that. What I would say before we get to the super chats, we have some super chats.
we got one.
Okay, cool. So what I think about women, and I think that feminism originally was women trying to show, hey, you know what? We're just as equal as men. We can work like men.
That we
We
could
can,
do the same.
we can do the same things. Please don't cut me off. We can make money like you guys, etc. Right? And now that they've gotten that, I don't know. It's like they want to go past that, right? They want to move the goalpost.
they want to be above men.
I would say though, if you look at the statistics, that women are actually more depressed now than ever, and this is a fact. And you guys are actually more unhappy now than ever. Even though society tells you to be independent and boss babes and all that, women typically don't want to do that. Like, if you have an option between staying at home and being a housewife, or taking care of the kids and getting up every morning at 6 a.m. to go to work for 8 hours to go pay bills, like, it just seems like a really dumb deal. But this is what women are fighting for, and this is what they fought for. But yeah, shout out to you,
I mean,
ladies,
you
because
can't take away the fact that staying at home and taking care of kids and doing everything at home, it's also a big job.
it is.
Yeah,
It is,
So
but
that's also tiring.
But I think-
subconsciously,
Just like
you
a
would rather
regular-
do that than
no,
go outside and
for
slave,
sure,
right?
For sure.
my thing is,
Why not work for your man and your family
Right.
instead of other
100%,
people
but
and
that
make
is
other people
also,
money?
Like that's not as easy and simple as
Mike.
it seemed to. That's
Okay.
not as easy and simple as
okay,
it
but
seemed.
here's the thing.
But I know what you're saying, and I
If-
agree.
If you look, because men think logically and women think emotionally, right? I say that, like, why are you going to work for probably a CEO that you've never met, for a company that doesn't care about you? You die tomorrow, they'll replace you tomorrow.
Mhm.
Why not invest all that time and energy to raising your kids, raising a good family? Why? So you can go get a paycheck that's gonna get taxed, and then you're gonna,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, in
I get the
general,
point,
like, it's
though.
just a horrible deal for women overall. But this is what it's come to. Do me a favor, let's get to that super chat real quick.
All right. Justin Vest, he said, why did you cheat or break up on your last boyfriend?
Oh, that's
All
a
right,
good question.
let's go ahead and ask this one. What about you? Why'd you cheat or break up with your last boyfriend?
I broke up with him because he cheated.
You broke up with him because he cheated?
Mhm.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I broke up with him because he just wasn't a good person.
Okay, so he
Okay.
wasn't a good person. Chat. Make sure you guys go ahead and super chat, man. I don't really see any talking in the chat, man. You guys are dead today. What about you? Why'd you break up with your ex?
We were way too toxic.
Okay. Did you cheat on him?
No.
No. All right. What about you? Cheat on your boyfriend?
Believe it or not, I haven't had a boyfriend.
Ever?
Nope.
Whoa.
How old are you?
How old are you again?
21.
That's very
wow.
surprising.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you a virgin?
No.
Ah.
Okay. I was about to say.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Oh no.
I mean, but logically, then that's not a good thing, obviously, because that means you're
I mean-
you're giving
Wait.
yourself to guys that aren't even your boyfriends.
So are you vetting guys or are you not vetting
She's
guys?
definitely not vetting
Yeah, like,
guys.
you said you're not in a relationship. I'm like, okay, so you vet them, but then you say I'm not a virgin.
Are you sexually liberated like every other modern girl out here?
Mm,
Uh-oh.
To be honest.
I just be having fun.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
Ah,
Liberated
shit.
You just be having fun.
yeah.
Can you tell me why is that considered fun to you? You're not even dating
Damn.
out here. And thanks for being
Honestly,
unfiltered, though. I appreciate that.
Like just having ties or like I don't know, like someone like I just be busy. That's the only thing, to be honest. Like a boyfriend, like I know I can make time for them, but it's just my schedule is like, eh. But obviously, I just don't meet anyone. Just fuck them.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
it sounds like you do, though.
I mean,
because if you're not dating them, then you just met
Yeah,
them and,
yeah,
and had
Like
sex
you're not
with them.
you're not thinking of relationship wise, so you're just trying to fuck.
How many bodies
Yeah.
do you have?
Oh.
Oh, God, you got me.
I love that
Ah,
question.
You know what? We'll go around the table on this one.
Because of what the situation is.
Well,
like
well,
I wonder.
Okay, we'll go around the table. Everybody, please be honest. Start off with you. How many bodies?
Like 10.
10? Okay. What about you?
9.
9.
8. Well, 9.
Okay.
I guess.
What about you?
4.
4. All right. So everybody's under 10. So 10 times 3, 30, 27.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
that's basically
my.
how you
10
do it.
times 3.
Okay, cool. So 10
What the fuck
Times
was
3
that?
plus 15.
Yeah, so basically 10 bodies, no boyfriends. None of them were worth your time. None of them were worth a relationship to you.
I mean, yeah, but it was so inconvenient. Like I was always moving around and just doing
Did you
things.
kept having the same body over and over again?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, for
Okay,
sure.
so
But
it
on
was
top
just
of
like
that,
No, I don't like
talking
hop
stuff.
around like not homie.
yeah,
hop
but
or
on
anything,
but on top of that, she still had 9 other bodies.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sex for a 21-year-old.
Like she can't
Sure.
pair bound now. Like you understand that, right?
Do you understand what pair bonding is?
pair bonding, yeah.
Yeah, what's
Okay.
pair bonding?
It's like having like a tie basically
Okay.
with like, just someone that, you're connected with and you just feel like, they're like just there and like you have to be with them, like,
Yeah, so at what point do you think women lose the ability to pair bond? After
mm,
how many guys?
maybe like I don't know, like 3.
3? What about you?
Well, we had this conversation the last time,
Uh-huh.
but I mean, yeah, after a couple,
After a
It's-
couple, so 2? What about you?
If I'm not mistaken, it's 4.
How about you?
Like 4 or 5.
All right, Anwar, you want to tell them?
It's 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Oh wow.
Okay.
wow.
So all of you guys already lost that, except for her. She's hanging in there. She's hanging tough. Okay, cool. The force is strong with this one over here. Okay, cool. Let's get to some of these super chats.
Yeah, David asked, ladies, if there was a pill that would make you a virgin again, would you take it? If not, why?
Would you take that pill?
Not really, no.
Not really. Do you understand how valuable
Oh my
virginity is?
god,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would.
yeah.
What the
Like
heck?
that's so like I don't know. That's so like
Does
Why?
that mean I
old
erase my
times,
past?
like-
Why is it so? Why?
Yeah, if that's what it means.
I want her to.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, ladies, I want her to elaborate on that. Why is it so? Why is that like disgusting for you to think about?
like virginity is such like I mean, I guess like it's really important, like,
I'm sorry. Wait,
Just-
before you start, you go to University of Miami?
yeah.
God damn it, bro.
That's what it is, bro.
It's like every
I swear
girl
to
that's come on
God.
this show that
It's
goes
the
to
U
University of
Miami
Miami
guy.
is
Come on.
crazy.
And what the
I think
fuck
that's
they
the
teach
school they have
y'all?
the feminist class.
That-
Yeah.
Bro, they
What y'all
they
teach?
they
Bro,
go
it's every
outside
class,
after
every
class and hang out in the yard. Like,
Probably.
it's crazy. Okay, cool. So you find it disgusting the idea of taking a pill to be able to be a virgin again. Do you understand how valuable being a virgin actually is?
I mean, it's like restarting, I guess. Like, not knowing anyone, but
But
I
just,
don't know. Next person.
what I'm saying is, just in general, do you understand how important it is to a man to be with a virgin? Now,
That's the most pure form of
here's the
yourself.
There's
thing.
men who pay for that.
Men in Miami,
Jesus.
men in Miami, we have no luck. We're not finding virgins out here. There's
That's
no
a
virgins
fact.
in
For
Miami.
sure.
Okay.
No way.
Now, there's men outside of Miami and other countries, other states, maybe, where there's actually a few virgins left. Right? They're like
There's
sprinkled
people,
out
like
there.
she said, there's people that pay for that.
Yes, there's
Mhm.
people that actually pay $4 or $5 million for a girl who is a virgin, or a woman who is a virgin, and they'll go to their family and be like, "Hey, I want to marry your daughter. Your daughter's valuable to me. She's a virgin. She hasn't been slept through, ran through. She hasn't,
She has value to herself.
she has value
and
to
that's what it
herself.
is.
She respects herself. She's not out here fucking 10 guys without dating. You know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is it's very valuable to guys, and the reason why mainly is for paternity, right?
Mhm.
Like, let's say I meet you, we have sex, and you're pregnant, right?
Mhm.
Now you're pregnant, but I'm like, well, I just met you. So did you fuck somebody before me? You're gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna say, how long ago?
Mhm.
You're gonna be like, oh, a few weeks ago. Now I'm gonna think that baby might be
Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
It may not
Mhm,
even
for
be mine,
sure.
right?
Not yet.
But not just that, you can go deeper into that. Like, there's a whole bunch of STDs going around. There's a whole bunch of anything, and just in general too. Like, most men want women with no experience, opposed to women, they always want men with experience.
Mm.
Like, you wouldn't necessarily be attracted to a virgin guy,
Mhm.
because that
No
means that
experience.
nobody
can't
wants
offer
that
you
guy.
shit,
Like,
yeah.
you're gonna wonder, why are you still a virgin?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're not
Like,
even gonna have fun at all.
no, he's not
You
gonna
have
be
to
able to
teach
teach
him.
you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be very, very unattractive for you guys. Okay, cool. What was so you wouldn't take the pill? Would you take the pill? You would. Okay. Would you take the pill?
Yes.
Would you take the pill?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Speaking to the mic, ladies. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Toxic, he asks, ladies, how good are you at cooking, and what's your best dish? Eric, I'm still hurt.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm so sorry.
You just can't get your eyebrows down, bro.
Right.
Okay, ladies, how good are you at cooking, and what's your best dish? Start off with you. What's your best dish?
Arepas.
Arepas. And
What's that?
what is that for people that don't know what it is?
It's a Colombian pastry. It's based with corn, cheese, and then you put stuff on top of it or
Okay.
inside of it.
Is it like an empanada?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right, what about you? What is it? Favorite best dish?
I don't have a best one. I can cook whatever.
All right, do me a
'cause-
favor. Yeah. So, what's the best
So-
the best one you've made recently? How about that?
I love making tacos.
Tacos. You haven't made tacos
Yes.
recently.
You haven't
though.
made tacos.
What
That
was
doesn't mean
something-
it's not my best.
Okay, but what is the one you just made recently that you're really good at?
I don't know.
It was spaghetti, silly.
All
All right. What about you? What's your best dish?
Don't really cook.
Oh,
Miami
I'm
girl.
Yeah, all right.
But I'm not even from
No,
here. But
shut-
I'll
I could
teach
do
you.
chicken fettuccine alfredo, but
That
Okay.
sounds good.
Are you Italian?
I'm Mexican.
Mexican? You're
You're
Mexican?
Mexican?
Mhm.
Get the fuck.
You're Mexican.
wait, do you speak Spanish?
Used to, but not anymore.
Used to. You just
but you
forgot?
understand.
I haven't done since like 4 years, but I studied it for 8 years.
Wow. I would never guess Mexican.
Wow.
Yeah,
Me
that would've been
Especially
my last.
fettuccine alfredo. Come on.
I was sheltered growing up. They
Okay.
didn't-
So why is it that you don't know how to cook, if you don't mind me asking?
My parents never taught me. They just gave. I mean, as an
for you.
athlete, it was like on the go. Like they just gave it to me, and then that was it. And then when I went to college, I did the college thing where I didn't cook, and then now I'm here.
Yeah. So for the rest of your life, you're just gonna Uber eat it?
No.
Okay,
need
so if
to
you find the
learn.
right guy, will you start like learning how to cook for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to you. What about you? Best dish?
Probably
What is
like
it?
pasta and chicken.
Pasta and chicken? What's your nationality? Like, what's your background?
I'm Puerto Rican.
You're Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
God damn, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah. What
Wow.
you thought it was, like Dominican or something?
I would
Nah.
have said
I would have
Dominican, not
said
gonna
Middle
lie.
Eastern, to be honest.
I get that too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Middle Eastern. I would have said white. I would have said Argentina. I would have said Salvadorian. So, I would have been so wrong.
He's fucking chose violence.
All right, I'm just kidding, guys. All right, moving on. Any other super chats?
Yeah. Dr. Kish, she had the kind of the same question, but
Okay.
a different one. He said, ladies, what's the most complex dish you can make?
Okay, shout out to you, Dr.
Complex is a
Kish. I'm sorry
different
about that, bro. We already kind of answered. Wait,
No,
you know what? The most
complex is a
complex.
different
Which one's that one? Come on, ladies. You guys.
Complex. That means it's hard.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it really
exactly.
should be this
Like,
quick, guys. We're trying to make the
I
show
think, like,
quick and concise.
lasagna.
Yeah,
Lasagna.
Lasagna is pretty
Right,
easy,
and then, you
girl.
know what's crazy?
Lasagna is pretty
You want to
easy.
know what's crazy? Is she's about to make that,
I know,
and
I
shit, like
smelled it.
I'm like, what the heck? Like,
It's in
bro,
the
like-
oven right now.
like I want to know, like, what are you thinking about right now?
Yeah, it is.
All right, what about you? What's the most Well, you've never cooked. God damn. What
I
about
would
this?
say making sushi.
Sushi?
Oh, I
Sushi's
wanna
harder.
try
Because
that.
those are like
Prepping,
pretty hard
yeah.
to prep and also to get it right. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking hard. Or
Portions
anything
and
that's
all that.
fried, to get anything like to fry something and get the right like temperature on the inside and the
Mhm.
outside. It's pretty
Can
fucking
you
hard.
just throw it in the air fryer?
Well, if you want to be that fucking simple and basic, go ahead, do it on the air fryer.
All right,
but-
cool. Moving on. What's the most complex dish for you?
Lechona, which is pig.
Ugh.
Like for
That's
Christmas and
disgusting.
everything,
Let's
like,
haram.
Yeah.
That's haram.
Dude,
Let's not talk about that.
Never feed me that.
No pork.
God,
No
let me
pork.
tell you something. We don't eat pork.
Yeah.
We don't fuck with that. Shout out to the chatman. We see you guys. Moving on. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Amanda got one. He said, or she
Real quick,
said-
hold on. Real quick. Special shout out to all the members, bro. I want to give a special shout out to Repo. I saw that his name lit up on a chat. I'm not sure exactly why, but it lit up green. So
Oh, he got it's for some members they're entering their second month, so they get a new badge.
gotcha. They get a new badge with the with the emojis, right?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Repo,
Shout
man.
out
We
to you,
appreciate
bro.
you so much, man. Okay, cool. Moving on to the next super chat. Go
So
ahead.
Amanda asked, if virginity doesn't matter to you, does body count?
Good question, Amanda. Does body count matter to you? Because you're already at 1021.
Body count, yes, it does.
It does matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so at what point does it start mattering? Because you're
Yeah.
21
Like,
with 10.
what's your cutoff? When are you gonna be like, okay, I'm
and
gonna say,
and you
God,
know you
serious.
want me to be
Probably
honest?
like 25.
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Nope, she
Jennifer.
said it.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
25 like body count or
no,
age?
Wait, no, wait, what?
You said 25. I
Like
got
no, they
scared.
said cutoff. Like
Okay.
25. That's when it
25
Jennifer.
starts.
bodies
I'm-
or
I'm-
25 age.
I'm very honest, and I'm
Mm.
gonna say that you said 10 to be very conservative,
right.
but you're probably way over that. If we're being honest,
It's
right?
not
You're
10.
you're
it's
probably way
not.
over that. So and my thing is, at what point in time do you start to take that seriously? Because that's your business, obviously, but at what point in time do you understand? You know what? Like, yeah, bro, I'm heading up to like my 20s, my 30s.
Mhm.
It probably isn't like a really good thing. You know what I mean? Like some guy's gonna come along sometime that's gonna say, Jennifer, I like you for who you are. You're amazing. How many bodies you got? He's gonna 21 Savage your ass.
Yeah,
All
and you
right.
can't cap. You can't be like 10 and then go into bed, do some like master tricks and shit like that.
Not only
you
that,
gotta
but
know.
understand this. Even if you lie to that guy,
Right.
there's got to be a part of you that feels shitty about that.
Exactly.
Because even if you do get away with that lie, there's gonna be a part of you that's gonna say, "Damn, I lied to this guy, and I know I lied to this guy, and he's a good guy." You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, and women can lie, that's fine, but like most men, the real men don't know.
Yeah.
So how many bodies is too many bodies for you? Like, at what point do you start to say, you know what, I'm probably not gonna do this anymore?
When you said 25, like that was your age. That's when you.
No,
Okay, so
no.
body count. That's
So
your
body count
cutoff.
25. That's it.
Body count, yeah, 25.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what about you?
Does body count matter?
No, like,
No, if virginity doesn't matter to you, does body count?
does body count matter?
Yes.
It matters. Okay. How many guys do you think would be too much for, like, let's say, before you meet the dream guy?
Honestly, I don't want to sleep with many more men
Okay.
before I get married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Shout out to you. What about you?
Well, virginity does matter, and so does body count.
Mhm.
And also, I'm for marriage right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. What about you? Does body count matter?
Yeah, it does matter.
It does matter.
Mhm.
Okay. How many bodies? I'm sorry, because I think you said you had one body, right?
No, 4, right?
4 bodies. Okay, so 4 bodies, and you. Let me see. So 4 bodies, and you. How many before you meet the dream of the guy of your dreams? How many more bodies do you think you would get before it's too many?
I'm good right now.
You're good right now.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Any other super chats?
Yeah. Toxic said, if she doesn't cook, red flag.
Red flag. Absolutely toxic. There's a reason
I'll
why.
teach you.
Yeah,
Come over,
that is
I'll
a very red flag, ladies, because that is one of the requirements for men. You guys ever heard the saying, "The way to a man's heart is through his stomach"?
Mhm.
That's a
Doesn't mean I
fact.
won't try. It just I'll
Yeah.
try.
Try,
Yeah,
if you, I feel like every woman that actually wants to cook. she
yeah,
can
I
cook.
mean,
it's
yeah.
just you just gotta try.
Yeah. Thanks for being unfiltered, ladies. Any other ones?
Yeah, David Jones asks, ladies, what was the first side effect you experienced from taking birth control? Did the side effects make you regret taking birth control?
I feel like David's studying to be a lawyer, doctor or something.
Right.
He has to.
His-
He's been acting like
His questions
those
are
type of
always
questions.
medical. Yeah.
Okay, before y'all answer this, have any of y'all taken birth control before?
Yes.
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 I take him one time.
Okay. So
Okay.
yes. What about you?
Yes.
What about you?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
What
Boy.
the fuck? Yo.
You can't make this shit up.
All right. Shout out to
You
you.
can't make this shit up.
All right. So obviously this question doesn't apply to you. What's the first side effect from birth control you notice?
Well, it's really bad for you. I'm definitely all about natural birth control
Mhm.
now. But I would say weight gain, depression. I mean, there's a lot.
Okay.
Like mood swings.
That was the first thing I noticed. Weight gain.
Yeah.
And
Weight
I
gain,
stopped
depression. What about you? Give me
immediately.
one.
Yeah.
You become really emotional.
Become really emotional. Okay, cool. So more emotional than women normally are.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Shout out to you guys. All right. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Just Invest said, the guy who slept with you the fastest, what did he have to do? And for the guys, would you ever take a single mom serious?
Good question. Good question. Okay. Think about the guy you slept with the fastest, all 10 of them. And why'd you sleep with him the fastest?
What did he do?
Yeah. What was it about him? He just looked good. He was just like, fuck it. Let's
Probably
let's
just like
do it.
look good.
He just looked good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Did he
So
bro.
there's no qualifications. He just has to look good. And
I
you
mean,
fuck.
and like you look, good hygiene and shit.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I knew a girl that had the same mentality as you, and she was a really pretty girl. And I'm telling you, I used to talk so much shit to her because I was like, your standards are so low. A guy just has to fucking look good, and you'll fuck him. You know what I mean? And I hated seeing her do that because it was like, where's your value?
Mhm.
There's a lot of dudes out there that look pretty good. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like, what I realized with her is it was so much deep trauma that she was dealing with that she really just was willing to have sex with anybody. And it so happened that the guys that she was having sex with, and it always usually happens this way, like you're not gonna have sex with a guy on the first night that's gonna say, yo, Jennifer, like this is kind of fucked up. Like, what are you doing? Like, where's your mind at? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, is this stemming from something? Like, are you going through something? No guys are ever gonna fucking say that to you because we're fucking desperate. Most men are desperate out here. So you giving it up, you're like a ruby out here.
Yeah,
Everybody
facts.
wants you. You know what I mean? It's like a blunt, puff and pass. You know what I mean? But my thing is, so you say he just looked good. That was it.
Humor too.
Humor too.
He spit
Okay.
any game?
So guys, make sure you're funny and take care of yourself,
Yeah,
guys.
hygiene.
all right?
Yeah.
And slide in the DMs.
It's in the description, bro. It's in the description.
Shout out to the University of Miami. You guys are
Yeah.
fucking winning.
Yeah.
Shout out to University of Miami. All right, what about you? Fastest guy you slept with and why?
There's only been one guy. I've only ever had one night stand. The other ones I like actually dated. But the reason why is because I just broke up with my ex of 8 years.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
That usually happens.
yeah.
What about
Rebound.
you? Fastest guy and why?
Because of connection.
That's
Like,
So was it a
very
one night
deep,
stand?
man.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you have a one night stand?
Definitely not
Have
one
you-
night
What,
stand.
wouldn't you say that there's a connection anytime a girl sleeps with a guy though? There's always a
there
connection.
is, but I wouldn't have a one night stand. I haven't had a one night stand.
Okay, so just give us the reason why you slept with was it just
I just said it right now.
just because of
Because
connection?
I felt like that was a connection.
Okay, shout out to you. That's very profound. What about you?
Thanks.
I really.
And you're gonna hate me, but I need to use the bathroom.
Oh my god, bro.
Yo, Eric.
This is ridiculous, bro. Cool. What about you?
I don't consider that I've like given that up fast.
Pretty fast.
So you've
Okay,
never
so,
had a one night stand.
So what was the
No.
fastest time that you gave a guy sex in? Since you don't consider it fast.
1 week.
I think it was like 8 months.
8 months? Holy
That's
shit.
That's the fastest?
Wow.
Oh fuck.
Shout out to her, man. God damn. Ladies, take some notes, okay? Now if you were
Nah,
if you were
sorry.
here's the
But
thing,
it's
no,
okay for a
whoa,
guy though.
Whoa,
right?
whoa, 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 whoa. Here's what I'm saying. If
You opened a can
Jennifer,
of worms
Yeah.
there.
if you make a guy wait 8 months,
Yeah.
you probably would have 0 bodies
Yeah,
because most guys aren't gonna wait 8
Mhm.
months.
that's true.
Okay. Now the guys that are gonna wait, they're probably gonna wait like 2 months, maybe that.
Mhm.
Okay. The high value guys, they don't want to wait. We want it
We're
on the
not-
first night.
We're not gonna wait.
I don't-
At that point, you're wasting my time. Like I know
Yes.
my value as a man. You're wasting my
100%.
time.
There are some, and there. Look, I've even seen situations where guy friends wait. Like they'll be friends with you for 2-3 years,
Right.
Yeah.
and they'll wait for that perfect time. Like you break up with your man. Guess who's there? Your friend. You know what I mean? So there's some guys that will wait, but those men typically aren't giving you their resources.
Exactly.
They're not taking you out on dates. Like they're just your text buddies. You know what I mean? Most guys that are giving you their resources and they're taking you out, they're protecting you, doing all that shit. Like they want something in return. It's not for free, ladies.
If it's the right guy, you'll break the rules.
Like you're a very beautiful woman. I'm not gonna take you out just because you're a beautiful woman. I'm taking you out because I'm expecting something, right? Even if it's not tonight, I'm expecting something tomorrow, maybe the next day.
Let me ask you a question. How
Yeah.
long would you let a girl make you wait?
Um,
And I'll give my response.
before I became who I am now,
Yeah.
I would actually wait. I would probably wait like a few weeks.
But
Maybe
you thinking logical as a
Weeks.
man, like you understand.
yeah, maybe 2 weeks. But now that I'm where I'm at,
You earn your value as a man.
yeah,
so
I'm getting
now
it
it's-
off
yeah.
rip. Because not only that, but I have so many women that would give it to me off rip. So
Exactly.
it's like cool. Like I understand.
What's offer it though?
First night,
First night.
like first hour, first 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But most of the time they still want to at least go out for a date.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a waste of time for me, bro. I barely have time for myself. Like I don't got time to, like go through that whole process.
Mhm.
But most guys, they will wait at least a few weeks. Definitely not 8, 9
Wow,
months,
that's
not
crazy.
year.
That's crazy.
So when she's making people wait 8 months, yeah, those guys are
There's no way
they've shown interest for a long time. Okay. This is why we tell women to go ahead and vet your men.
At least you vetted them, but
and
clearly
here's another thing
you're
too.
You're still single.
Typically,
so.
you're not gonna find good guys at college or at a bar or any crazy place. You know what I mean? You'll find them at like Whole Foods in some weird fucking place. You know what I mean? All right, cool. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Kish asks, at what age do you want kids?
Good question, Kish.
Yeah.
Let's start off with you. What age do you want kids?
I don't have an exact number, but preferably younger than older. I
Okay.
don't want to be an old mom.
You're 19, correct?
18.
18. So, what age would you want kids? If you could have them at any age.
Like 22 to 24.
Oh wow, that's soon. Okay, shout out to you. What about you?
I actually have a kid.
Okay, cool. So, what age was that?
That was at 21.
21.
I got
Okay.
pregnant at 21 and had him at 22.
Okay, cool.
So that was last year. He's
Okay.
1 right now, and I don't want my kids to be too far apart. So I do want to
Oh,
have
God.
kids.
Shout out to you.
Again.
All right. Shout out to you.
Whoa.
All right. What about you? What's a preferable age for kids?
27 max.
27, and you're how old?
24.
Okay, so you got 3 years. All right. What about you?
Definitely when I'm like financially stable
Okay.
and probably like my late 20s.
Late 20s. And how old are you right now?
21.
Girl, you might have a baby next week the way you going.
Stop.
You better chill out. You better go ahead and chill out. Shout
Again,
out to you.
I want to touch on that. Why do you not use birth control if you're sexually liberated?
Birth
True.
control.
If you're smart, you don't need it.
Right.
I
If you're
mean,
smart, you don't need it.
It's safe.
I was about to say that. It's
Okay.
safe.
Are you making?
All those symptoms,
Are
like,
we
you
all
good.
know, and everyone on this table should know that women are the key holders to sex.
Yeah.
Which means that you guys decide who has sex. Which means that you guys also decide how you have sex. You guys decide where you have sex, right?
Mhm.
And you also decide how many times you want to have sex. Like you guys have that power. So are you making guys wear protection?
Of course.
You are.
Mm.
Okay, cool. At
At
least
least
you're
you're
doing
doing
that.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Captain says, ladies, if you had a daughter, when she comes to age, would you make her wear a chastity belt?
Oh,
What's
It's
that?
a chastity
I
belt.
don't know that
All right,
is.
so like in medieval
Wow.
times,
Like, think about
Yeah.
how far
Metal.
we've gotten in life where women don't even know what a chastity belt is.
It's like a
That's
metal-
ridiculous.
basically
Sunrise
like
here.
back in the day, there would be like a metal belt that she would wear, and it had like spikes around your
Oh, so
area,
it
so
can't
that
get in
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds painful.
But yeah, if you use it, but
What do you mean if you use it?
If,
Like-
like the guy's using it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh.
like the spikes face. Like,
Yes,
they're,
so like it's
outward.
protecting the
Oh.
woman. It's not hurting the woman.
Oh, so the
Yeah.
spikes face the other way.
Do me a
not
favor,
me.
speaking to the mic.
The spikes face the other way.
Yeah,
not
so no one
me.
can come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Would you make your daughter wear that? Yes or no?
I mean, if it was a thing, yeah.
Yeah, you would. What about you? Would you make your daughter wear that? Yes or no?
No.
No. What about you?
No.
No. Definitely not you. you give me the
Alright.
You give her the
I was
okay.
gonna say no, but
you,
okay.
No, you give me the vibes of like you'd actually encourage your daughter to be like, go ahead, girl,
Yeah, go explore. Go
Yeah.
do this and that.
Do you?
do you?
Right.
Yeah. You do understand that if you have a daughter, she gets pregnant at an early age, that's also your responsibility,
Nah,
right?
yeah.
So
that's-
you wouldn't raise your daughter the way you like are going in life right now, correct?
I mean, no, what?
Okay, so if you wouldn't raise your daughter to go in the direction that you're headed into, why would you live that lifestyle?
I mean,
Because it's fun.
She's gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, can't your daughter say that?
that's true, but you know, like times like they be changing, so I don't know.
It's 2023.
Right.
Yeah. My thing is this too. It's like it's really easy for women nowadays to go ahead and be sexually liberated because you guys still have a lot of safety nets.
Yeah.
There's still condoms. There's Plan B. There's
Birth
there's
control.
birth control. If
Mhm.
all that fails, there's the pill that takes care of the kid within a certain amount of time. I forgot what that's called. Then there's obviously still am I allowed to say
Actually call it Plan C.
okay, Plan C. So there's a Plan C
What?
pill.
I've never heard
And
of that.
then also there's a Plan D, which is aborting. So
See, and there's another
That's-
option after that.
Yeah,
You
so-
could- adoption.
and there's adoption. So understand how many safety nets
Mhm.
society has given women. Now, a guy, right? If I have sex with you and you get pregnant, it's still your decision whether
Yeah, it's
you
your
want to keep it
choice.
or not. I have no power over that, and so therefore I'm fucked regardless.
Exactly.
Now, if she gets pregnant and I do want to have the kid and she doesn't want to have the kid, I'm still fucked because guess what? It's her body. So women always have safety nets. Men don't have safety nets. This is why women can go ahead around and sleep. Like if a guy slept with 10 women
Mhm.
and they all got pregnant, right? Well, he's fucked. If they all want to keep the babies, he's
That's
fucked.
his fault.
But it's his fault. But women can go ahead and do that.
His
I
fault.
listen, I've known women that have gotten pregnant 6 times and have had 6 abortions.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And it's gotten to the point where society tells women it's okay, cool, like you're just living your life, and it's very, very sad.
Has anybody here had an abortion?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
I don't
think they would.
I don't think
answer
anyone
even-
here would admit to that.
Yeah, no one's gonna do
Yeah,
that.
I don't think
Maybe
anyone would
it's
admit to
It's
that.
live. It's live.
Yeah,
though,
listen,
bro.
listen.
Come on.
We're unfiltered.
Yeah.
The ladies typically don't come on here to be.
You know how many girls like
unfiltered.
lie about their body count?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a common
Listen,
thing
listen.
I've
Let me
seen.
tell you, ladies, something. We have women that come on here lie about their body counts. The chat will literally hit us up, or sometimes your best friends will hit us up and be like, "Nah, bro, her body count is actually 29,
Where
39, 59." We had a girl that came on here and said her body count was 4,
yeah, no,
Her-
it was 6, and then it was
6?
actually 36.
36. And you
Nah,
know,
that's okay.
She
and,
forgot
and
the
you,
3.
You want to know who hit us up? Her best friend.
I just don't
That's
see
not
the
our
point
best
in
friend.
lying.
Yeah, so shout out to her. Okay, cool. Any other? And shout out to my boy Kish, bro. I saw my man's. Is he a member? He's a member, right? Yeah. His name just turned green
Shout
on my
out to
chat too.
fucking Kiss.
Shout out to Kish, bro. We appreciate you so much, man. Guys, if you want to become a member, it's very easy. Go ahead and go down to the little dollar sign. All right, cool. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Tori asked, question
That's
for the
my
men.
grandma.
That's grandma right there. No way.
She figured it out.
Give grandma
She
the
did.
give grandma the horn, bro. Shout out to grandma, bro. All right, cool. So Miss Tori is it Burno? I can't
It's
read.
Bernal.
Okay,
No.
go ahead.
Question for the men. Have you had a virgin? If so, how many?
Oh, good question, Grandma. God damn, bringing the heat. Grandma's bringing the heat.
How
All
old
right.
is grandma?
She is 69.
Wow.
Okay.
Shout out to her.
So
man.
she's low-key hip to what's going on.
Oh, she's
Okay.
crazy. I
She
love
parties
her.
more than her, apparently.
Right.
100%. Parties
No.
harder than
Okay.
me.
Have you ever had a virgin?
Sadly, no.
Um,
Zero.
unfortunately for me, no, and I probably never will.
Yeah.
What
Damn,
about you,
for real,
Alma?
at 30?
But you gotta understand, bro. There's
It
no
is- it's
virgins
rare.
out here.
I know it's rare. I'm
It's
trying
like-
to,
it-
bro.
it's
I'm
like-
trying, but
Come on, bro. It's not that many. Like that shouldn't be a surprise to you because there's really not that many virgins out here.
I'll settle for a traditional woman now that's submissive.
Bro, think about the fact that men are settling for traditional women because there's no virgins out here. It's ridiculous. Like if all guys were murderers and some of them just weren't like convicted or they weren't like, they were like
serial killers
they were
or
like
some
that
shit.
dude from the Netflix series You.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Like, right? Like you guys would have to settle for guys like that because that's all there is. It's just kind of like women. Like there's no virgins out here, so we have no choice but to settle. There's no real good. Well, there's a few out there in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to Pakistan and all those countries. But Not in the U.S. for sure.
Would you feel guilty taking someone's
Oh
virginity?
fuck no! I'd
Oh,
probably
what
fall
the
in love.
fuck? Yeah.
I
She
would.
could no, she has value to herself. You have to
Man.
understand you have value to yourself as a
So you're
virgin.
just gonna take that away, even
I
though you
think-
don't plan on being.
No,
with
no,
her?
no. what
No,
I'm-
no, I would stay with the
Okay,
virgin.
okay.
Yeah,
All
nah,
right.
this is
What
like
I'm
that's
saying
my
is-
wife type
See,
shit.
here's the thing. For men, you just being a virgin, you're automatically valuable.
Yep.
Right? That means that because women are born with their value, you choose to give your value away, which all you ladies have done at the table. You give your value away, and some of you guys give it away easier than others, which means you have no self-respect. To me, now there's guys out there that are gonna fucking sing you that cute song that's like, nah, you're good, I like you, you're fun, blah blah blah. Typically, those guys don't want to marry you.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just trying to have fun with you.
Or they're the guys that you don't even really want.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
the dickhead, the douchebag.
What I'm saying is, when a girl is a virgin, a woman is a virgin, she's automatically valuable. It doesn't matter. She's valuable to all guys.
yeah. Now she could dictate, oh no, you can't have sex with other women.
Yes.
And I might respect that. I might be
Yes.
like,
She
shit,
can
low
go-
key, like I'm your first guy. Okay.
She can
Word.
go ahead and start telling me, she doesn't like. I'd be like, all right, cool. Like I don't want to lose this. Like you haven't been blemished. There's no
Yeah.
blemishes on you. You know what I mean? Like
That
you're-
being said, she still has to be submissive
Yes.
and feminine. You can't be masculine
can't be manly.
and say, no, you can't go out with your friends. No, you can't do this and tell
But-
me what to do.
but here's the
nah,
thing,
I'm still the
Basil.
leader.
Here's the thing. Most women that are, I would say probably all women that are virgins are probably very feminine by nature, because you have to be masculine to go out there and have sex with guys and think that there's nothing wrong with it. You have to be masculine to think I'm just gonna fuck this dude and there's nothing wrong with it. Like there's a really like fucked up mentality that comes with just being sexually liberated, because essentially, like, I even have women that come on the show and they say, oh, I fucked him. No, you didn't. You got fucked. Okay, when men and women have sex, one person is conquering, one person is getting conquered.
Mhm.
It's always been like that through the ages of time, and all of a sudden, for some reason, now women are like, "Oh, but in 2023, I can fuck him." No, you're still getting fucked, ladies. Okay,
So that's
shout
what
out
it
to you
is.
guys.
So trauma it equals masculinity.
Yeah, man, to an extent, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you know how like everybody goes through trauma in one form or another, but it's just what you choose to do with that. And I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite. Like sex to me was a drug at one point in time. I love that shit. Just the high that you get off of it, right? But for women and men, sex is differently. It's very different. Like
Yeah.
for me, I can have sex and I feel like I earned that. Like I had to work hard to get that. For you can step outside this building right now and have sex with the first person you see.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you
can.
could.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you could.
All you gotta do is ask.
No, you
might
don't
not
want to. You don't want to.
You
but
might
could.
not
Okay.
want to.
That's
but
the
you
thing.
could.
You may not want to, and that's cool. I respect that. But could you? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. So shout out to the chat, man. We see you guys. Any other super chats?
Yeah, Kish has a question that actually came from Clement, but he super chatted it.
Okay.
Question for the college chick: are your parents proud of you?
Good question.
Damn.
Good question. And you know what? I will say this before you answer this. As a fellow Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
you make me sad. I am so sad.
What else is be a virgin?
You gotta represent better. Okay. Shout out to Bad Bunny. All right, cool. Any all right, so what was the question again?
Are your
Are
parents
your
proud
parents
of you?
proud of you?
Of course.
Really?
Do they
Yeah.
know your activities?
No.
Okay.
Of course they
Okay,
know.
of course they're proud of you.
That, like,
So no, because they think you're a virgin now. You never had a boyfriend. They probably like, oh,
They probably don't think she's
or
a virgin.
or asexual.
Yeah, they probably don't think she's
Be
a
for
virgin.
real.
They probably just don't think she's liberated. Shout out to you, Kish. That was a good question. Any other ones?
Captain has one. He said, ladies, have you ever used sex as a tool or weapon against your guy?
Okay, ladies, real quick.
that's a
Have
good
you ever used
question.
sex to keep it could be one form, like giving it to get something in return or keeping it to get something in return. Like some girls will say, I'm not gonna give you sex until you do this, or until you clean this, or until this happens, right? Have you ever done that? Go ahead and speak it to the mic.
As a tool?
Yeah, as a
Like,
tool.
no.
Yeah. You've never used it? Because you just give it away, right?
Nah, chill.
All right. What about you?
No.
No. All right. Yeah. You ever go to the mall and people are out there like passing like free samples of food?
Yo, you're killing me.
Okay,
Yo, you're
all
killing
right.
me, bro.
All right. What about you? Have you ever used sex as a
I
tool?
would be lying if I said I didn't. I've been
Okay.
in like 5 years relationship, and it gets to a point. It's just like, motherfucker, I took you to take out the trash. What the fuck? Now you want to have sex?
So if
So yes, I have.
so if he didn't
yes.
take out the trash, he wasn't getting any.
I mean, it was it wasn't on a meaningful and like meta way. Like we would laugh about it and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, he would end up doing it, and like you know what I mean. Like it wasn't like in a bad way, but
Yeah.
like of
Playfully.
course.
All right,
Shout
so
out to you.
So,
You
but-
always say like women are like the thresholder of sex. Like if I'm unhappy with something going on, or if I'm not like,
Yeah,
it
I
is what
understand.
it is.
Yeah, I understand that. That's
so Jules, let me ask you a question. Which is more satisfying, you knowing you have the power to withhold sex, or withholding sex?
Knowing I have the power,
okay.
because in the end of the day, I also want to have sex.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Argentina. What about you? Have you ever used it as a tool? Sex?
No.
No, never. Okay. Shout out to you.
you should.
Any other super? No, that's the worst advice you can give somebody.
Wait,
and-
hold on. But you just said you made a guy wait 8 months. So like, what was he doing in that 8 months?
Exactly. That's exactly
Yeah,
what the
that
question
is holding
was.
it.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what the
so
question
you're
was.
withholding sex and you're using it like as a power tool.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like doing that to get something from him.
yeah, but I would say that's a positive thing.
But you're also
Right.
receiving a lot in that time.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's good. I'm glad you vetted the guy. That's very smart. I think a lot of women should do
But
that.
that falls into the question.
What
But-
what I'm saying is I really don't see anything negative with what she does, because even a guy can at least respect the fact that damn, she made me wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, I
of
take that
course.
back. I used to have this like rule that I'd wait like 3 months to sleep
Mhm.
with a guy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now it's 3
That
days.
falls into the
It is
question.
I mean,
not
that's a
3
good thing.
days.
That's a
It
good
is
thing.
not. I don't sleep with men like
For
that
most
still.
women is what I'm saying. Now it's
Oh.
3 days. It's
Okay.
like, yeah. You ever heard of the 3-day rule? The 3-day rule? Like it's
Yeah.
it's an actual thing.
No,
I never heard of
I-
Mine was
that.
a 3-month rule.
I
I
promise.
used to do 2-3 months.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Listen,
3 months.
I promise you, there's such a thing as a 3-day rule. She just said it. There's actually a thing
Girl,
about that.
3 days?
No, that's for some women, but for her it's 3 hours. Okay. So, all right, Jennifer, I'm gonna stop fucking with you because you. No. Yo, Jennifer, nah.
You're a cool spirit.
Nah, you're being a cool
cool
sport about it. I'm totally fucking around with you. My bad. All right, cool. Any of the super chats?
Yeah. Tori, shout out to you, Grandma. She had some follow up.
Wait, we don't have any super chats?
No, we do. But
Oh, okay.
she donated $20.
Oh, shout out to shout out to Miss Tori.
Damn,
Shout out to
what's
Miss
up,
Tori.
So
All right, cool.
basically, like we were talking about traditional, like women. So she said traditional. What's that about?
Traditional. Wait, what?
Like, well, grandma doesn't
Grandma.
know what traditional is.
Grandma, call in.
I like your grandma.
Grandma, call in.
I gotta hear this.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta-
she already
I
sent
gotta-
20.
Yo,
so-
put the number on there. I want Grandma to call in, man. I want to talk to Grandma. Grandma,
Oh my god.
I can tell that she's a very sarcastic person. Shout out to you, Grandma.
She also had another one. She said, "How do you know they weren't virgin?"
You could tell if a girl's a
Ooh.
virgin.
First
That-
of all-
that's not a
You can't tell,
ooh,
though.
nothing. Like,
Well, I'm
you
sorry.
know, a girl's
Yes,
a
you
virgin.
can.
or
You said
not.
you can't tell?
No.
Okay, when hold on. I'm gonna ask you a
The
personal
girl's not
question,
gonna know
okay?
what to
Because
do
they
about
don't
When-
know.
when
okay,
you-
but somebody
what-
can play like
But
that.
yeah,
Somebody can play
like-
stupid.
Ladies,
and be like,
ladies,
"Oh,
ladies,
what if
ladies, hold on,
someone
ladies,
just-
ladies. If we all talk at the same time, it sounds really bad to them.
Sorry.
So one mic at a time, okay? I'm sorry. So you're saying that you can't tell if a girl's a virgin or
So
not?
she said, "No, you
No.
can't."
Okay, so go ahead and
Because
elaborate.
what if someone is just really bad at sex? Like you're not gonna know whether
Or if
they're,
they're
virgin
plain
or not.
stupid.
Or yeah, I mean,
Jules, I'm gonna know you had sex or not just the way you speak.
True.
And
But
how
I
you-
don't know. If somebody plays stupid enough, maybe you'll
Yeah, I
fall
mean,
for it. Who
No.
knows?
Guys just have that
People
intuition. We
just-
know. Like we know
Okay.
her body count wasn't 10. We know that shit off fucking rip. Come on, like let's stop that shit.
Have you ever rode a bike? Has everybody ever rode
I
a bike?
never rode a bike.
You rode a bike, you rode a
Yeah.
bike, and you rode a bike. Correct? When you hop on that bike, did you just know how to ride it right away?
Nope.
no.
Okay.
I train
So
wheels.
I would say sex is kind of like that, okay? So yes, you can be good at sex if you're a virgin, but typically guys will know if you're a virgin or not by how you ride that bike.
But do
Right.
you have a recollection of the first time you rode a bike?
No.
So
Oh, that
you
was like
actually don't?
10
You
years
I
ago for her.
don't.
That was a long time
okay,
ago.
that falls off my question. Never
All right.
mind.
Now, yeah. So, anyways, I guess for guys it's different because, like,
Yeah.
for instance, the girl that took my virginity, she definitely wasn't a virgin, so I didn't know, and I've never been with a virgin, so I would, you know what I mean. So,
Yeah.
but
And either way, you're as a girl, you're not gonna just make sex bad for you. So you're gonna try to please yourself. So it can't be too bad.
what
like-
I would say about virgins is virgins are gonna be proud to be virgins because you know that you're rare. Okay, I don't know any virgins out here that are saying "fuck my virginity." This shit doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, it means a lot. And so therefore, that's also about how you act.
Exactly.
I'm gonna know how, like, I'm not saying sexually, I'm saying like if I'm dating you and you're a virgin, I'm gonna know you're a virgin because you're gonna be very shy. There's certain characteristics about you that I'm gonna be like, you know what, this girl, she's not like the rest. She's probably a little bit timid.
You're gonna make me eat with your parents, might introduce them, etc., etc.
Grandma, you know what traditional means. Don't do that.
She wants to call in.
She said, no, you can't.
Call in, Grandma.
Call in, Grandma. Let's go ahead and do
Anwar,
this,
did
man.
you drop the
I don't
number
know
already
if she
for?
knows how.
How well she knows how to
She
super
knows how to
chat.
type
Oh
super
my,
chat.
oh my.
Shout out to Grandma.
Oh, I dropped the number. It's there.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. Any other chats, bro?
Yeah. David Jones said, guys, thoughts on 30-year-old women that are virgins?
Oh, man, they're rares. I mean, they're rare.
Is that a thing?
I'm not. Look, here's what I say:
Yes,
a
actually,
20-year-old and a 30-year-old. Obviously, the 20-year-old is always gonna win. However, if you're a 20-year-old and you have 50 bodies, and you're a 30-year-old and you have 0 bodies, the 30-year-old is way more valuable to me. That 20-year-old is trash.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I would say at 30, it's really hard to be a virgin. So I actually would say, holy shit. How are you a virgin this long? And yeah, definitely.
I would
think
still
they're
have to admit
valuable.
to you because I'm kind of like worried. Why are you a virgin?
Yeah, that, I mean, obviously there's a lot of other like outliers out there that we have to look into, but that's still a very good feat. Any other ones, bro? Go ahead.
No other supers.
All right, no supers. Let's go ahead and get to our first video, bro. And hopefully you deleted the first one, right? So you don't get confused because we did one yesterday. One more thing, if you guys want to super chat, man, go ahead. If you guys want to do a call in too, we can do that. We're gonna let Grandma call in for free, because I'm not sure if she's really serious about this traditional thing. All right, cool. So shout out to Grandma. We'll wait for you. In the meantime,
She's unpredictable.
yeah. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and watch this video and we'll react to it. Go ahead.
Today your friend's ex.
So my best friend.
Hold on.
She's
Stop. We watched this yesterday, bro. Delete this.
Well,
All right,
So
cool.
we got-
Moving on. Let's
we
go
got
to
one
this one.
left then.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do this one.
Year-old guy dating a 19-year-old chick.
I think that's really creepy, but if he has money, it's okay.
So it's okay to date
pause
a guy
it.
for.
Damn, Grandma's calling in. Yo, you ever watch WWE and someone's fighting and the song comes on?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
used, to
this
get,
feels
I used
like.
to get pissed at that shit.
Alright,
I'm
cool.
like, come on, bro.
Hello?
hello.
Can
You
you hear us?
Grandma?
Hello.
This is Grandma.
Hi, nice
Wow,
to meet you.
Grandma, you did it. I'm so proud of you,
I did it.
Grandma. Wow. I will tell you this.
I'm not that technically challenged, really. Don't let her.
Wow. No, but I would say this, Grandma.
I
You're
love her already.
Grandma, you are so much better than most grandmas. Most grandmas don't even know how to work a phone.
Word.
So shout out to you.
No, well, thanks, guys.
All right. So were you being sarcastic when you said traditional? What's that about? Or you know,
Totally.
Oh.
I don't think there is really any traditional relationships anymore with any of these girls.
Oh my God, I love you already. I
Grandma,
love you.
you're welcome here
Do you believe
anytime.
there
Exactly.
should be, or do you think it's good how it is now?
I think it's much more attractive on a woman, but I just don't see it a whole lot. I just spent almost a month down there with these girls, and it was crazy. And I
Your
was
grandma's here with you.
talking more.
Oh, that's
She was
so
at the club?
cool.
She stayed for like 3 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
She was disgusted.
We went to the Bahamas, even got stuck there for a few days. So hey,
Wow.
Wait,
I tend to be more spontaneous.
Okay. I like
Grandma,
that.
can I ask you a question? Are you married?
Yes, I am.
For how long?
We just hit 7 years. We've been together for about 10, but I found love.
Shout out to you.
Yo, don't do that again. You might hurt her. Go ahead.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want the sound effects to hurt your ears because they're pretty loud.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I'm deaf. You know, I'm pushing 70, so hey,
Gotcha.
make it as loud as you like.
All right.
No, actually, I'm on my third marriage, actually, but
Oh,
well, I
wow.
can't think about me. I was married once and widowed once, and I didn't think the third time was going to be a charm unless it was dropped in front of me with a sign that said I'm from God, and I wanted JC's initials in the lower right-hand corner, and by golly, I got that at 62.
Wow.
So I was
My
pretty
God.
happy.
Shout out to you.
By
Like,
golly.
you got
really
lucky.
like that.
Those are rare though.
I will say one question for you, Grandma.
Yes.
So I really like the older movies where you see people like fall in love and they grow old. Like, you ever seen that movie, The Journal, where they die together?
You
Yes.
mean the
The
notebook?
Notebook?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Notebook. You ever seen that movie
Yeah.
where they like pass away
Yeah.
together? Like, I think that's a beautiful thing. I think like, it's so powerful to have two people love each other. I'm gonna tell you a little story, right?
Okay.
I knew someone that lost their husband, and they were like older. My friend's grandmother lost her husband, and it was like she was so in love with him. I kid you not, within about 12 days, it was almost like she wanted to leave too. Like it was like a real like love story. You know what I mean? Like she was healthy. There was nothing wrong with her, but it was like she had been married to him her whole life, and she was just completely in love with him. And it was almost like when he left, like basically a part of her passed away. And it was crazy to see that a little bit over a week she also went with him. I don't know. I feel
It
like
happens all the time. It happens all the time. I was 40 years in the medical field before I retired, and I saw people all the time. Within 6 months, it's traditional that one of the other spouse they just so yearn to go be with them that they will themselves to death.
yeah. Is it scary for you knowing that with this new generation that they probably won't experience that because nobody's really worried about building connections anymore. We're all worried about just the sexual
It's
gratification.
a hookup.
Yes.
It's a hookup. Yeah. I think it's sad, but I don't worry about my granddaughter because she's more traditional than she realizes. And the last podcast, you guys asked her about her mom and dad, and the equality and, what do they do for each other to show the love? And I've never seen two people be more in love than my daughter and my son-in-law. And, the old adology about how your high school sweetheart marrying them in high school. They got married in their senior year. My daughter was the first one from the high school up here to graduate with a hyphenated name even.
Wow.
And they're still pushing strong at 25, 26 years now.
Wow.
Damn.
Shout
Shout out to them.
And I mean, their lives revolve around each other. I often laugh that they won't take a dump without telling each other how many squares of toilet paper they use. They're that.
Wow.
Okay,
They're
so
that
can I
tight,
ask you a question? What's some advice do you have to this modern culture of kids growing up, this new generation?
Take your time. Don't waste it. Because it's precious. It goes by very quickly. All of our parents tell us, before you know it, you're going to be over the hill, and your kids are going to be grown and gone, and it comes around a lot faster than you realize. I have to say, in my 70 years, I've had a very full life, and I loved it. But it goes by very quickly. So just take your time. Don't be so quick to jump into relationships and jump into bed with somebody. I've been loosey-goosey time between my life too, but I look back on it and it's like, ooh, I didn't gain anything by it. I didn't feel great about it. So why bother? If it's not going to be good for pleasure, then don't bother doing it.
Wow. Shout out to you, Grandma. You know what? From now on, I won't call girl hoes anymore. I'll just say you're loosey goosey. Right?
Hold on, Grandma.
You've changed my life, Grandma. Shout out to you.
One more question.
All righty. Well,
one more question,
thank you
Grandma.
guys.
Hold on.
Yep.
So Toxic has a question. He said, Grandma, why can't she cook?
Why don't you think? Because her mother spoiled her rotten. She was a very excellent mother, and she just did all the cooking. My mother never taught me to cook either.
Wow.
I learned everything when I moved out of home. I moved away when I was 16, got my own place, So, yeah, it was just only because her mother spoiled her rotten.
Yeah,
It wasn't because she didn't want to teach her. Sadie, my daughter, just took care of her to the ultimate. We just sent her son, my grandson, into the military, and it was devastating for her to see him go. She's just that good of a parent. Both John and Sadie are good parents.
Wow. Now, Grandma, I don't want to take too much of your time. I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it that grandparents spoil their grandkids? Could it be because they feel like they weren't good parents to their own kids?
No, you spoil your grandkids because that's what you have children for. I spoiled both of my children. Unfortunately, my son committed suicide a few years ago, so I just have my daughter that I still spoil, and then I relish spoiling my grandkids because I have the money to be able to do it. It's just fun.
Okay.
It's a pleasure thing, Because with the long-lasting relationships come with kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and that's your legacy.
Yeah.
You want your children to do well.
Wow, Grandma, you've been one of the best callers of all time. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Love you, Grandma.
Thank you guys. And party on.
All right. Have a good night, Grandma.
Shout out to Grandma, bro.
All right. Okay, cool, man. That was definitely like so refreshing. Shout out to her. Wow. You probably have one of the best grandmas out there. Shout out to you.
Trust me, I've been told when she came here. Where's
Really?
grandma? Where's
Yeah.
grandma?
No, but just from that encounter, you can see the difference between the generations.
Yeah, and I would say that like speaking to her also gives me a better like illustration of like what type of person you are, because that's why it's so important when you're in a relationship to meet like that person's family. Typically, when a person doesn't have a family, you're like, yo, what's up with that? Something's weird. Like for me, I never met my father. I never had my mother. And if you looked at me, you'd be like, yo, red flag, red flag, red flag, right? And that usually is true though. Most people that don't have families, they grow up in the system, or they grow up with an uncle or somebody that didn't really care for them, typically, right? Overall. So shout out to you, shout out to your grandma. And I really think it's important to meet like your significant other's family, because it just shows a lot about what type, like based off speaking off your grandma, I'm like, you know what, you might not be that bad of a person. You know what I mean? So even though I already thought you were a good person, but now I'm like, damn, like how can you have a grandma that great and then be a bad person? It's really hard. So
Yeah, I came from a really good family.
Yeah, I would really love to meet your grandmother. So shout out to
They're
you.
dead.
All right. Oh, really? Oh, that's sad. No, the reason why I say that is because I just went to Puerto Rico recently, and like over there, everybody's super nice. Like especially grandparents, super fucking nice. So shout out to Puerto Rico. All right, cool. Any other super chats?
Yeah, we got one more.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Dr. Kish. If your ideal man wanted to live off the grid with you, have a farm, and have at least 4 kids with you, would you agree to do it?
Yes or no, Jennifer? She loves Miami. She loves Miami too much.
Right.
Yeah. You love Miami too much?
I thought you were savable, but shit.
It's okay, Jennifer. I guarantee you, if you ever come back, you'll be like, damn, I've changed so much. Most women typically do when they come back. So you would not do it.
I mean, if I love him, like, of course, I would.
You living out there with the farms and the pigs, and
so
you milking your cows. You doing all that? Yeah. Okay. Shout out to you. What about you? You doing it?
100%. I grew up in a really small town, literally with horses.
And where are you from?
Washington State, but in a really
That's
small
right.
town.
Okay, cool. What about you? Would you do it?
Yes.
What about you? Would you do it?
Yeah, I would.
You would? Okay, cool. That's a really great question, Kish. Shout out to you, man. Any other ones?
No other ones.
All right, cool.
You
Did
wanna
we
get
get
back
to
to
the
the
last
video?
video?
No.
Okay, so that was the last video.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and watch that video real quick.
Shout out to the chat, man.
If y'all haven't yet, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time we go live.
All right. I'm gonna restart.
Yeah, restart it. Yeah. Shout out to the chat, man. We see you guys. We'll get to you guys in a second.
Year-old guy dating a 19-year-old chick.
I think that's really creepy, but if he has money, it's okay.
So it's okay to date a guy for his money.
Yeah?
Would it be okay for a guy to date a chick just because she has a fat ass and big tits?
If that's what he wants to do. I'm not hating.
So why is it frowned upon if a guy is 40 dating a 19-year-old, but that 19-year-old could sell herself on OnlyFans getting railed, and that's okay?
No, I understand that. I just think it's creepy because, like, the 40-year-old man has options of, like, 40-year-old woman. You know what I mean? Like, the 19-year-old, that's, like, barely legal. Like, that's weird.
But isn't
like,
it...
Leonardo DiCaprio, like, that's fucking weird. We can agree.
But isn't it... we can disagree. Isn't it kind of creepy to have a 19-year-old getting railed online, though, while there's millions of dudes busting nuts to her?
I mean, I don't personally have an OnlyFans. If that's what she needs to do to get money, that's what she needs to do. I mean, like, if you had a pussy, wouldn't you? Like, just if you didn't have to show your face. You know, like
Probably
a little
not.
bit, if you could just make, okay, just your titties then. Like, you can make some money just by, like, I don't know, I don't have OnlyFans. I don't know how it works.
Well, I wouldn't do that if I was a chick, because I know a man wouldn't really value a woman and wouldn't want to take her seriously if she was doing that.
I mean, I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm not comfortable doing that. But if someone else does it, I just think it's really weird to be like, I think it would be equally weird if like a 40-year-old woman was dating a 19-year-old man, you know?
How do you feel about like...
All right, ladies. So that was a really long video. Shout out to you guys. Why is it weird for a guy to date down that much of a difference in age, but it's not weird to have women all over the world doing OnlyFans, promoting sexual activities for millions of guys? Why is it weird for one and not weird for the other? We'll start off with you.
I would say, like, first of all, like, women are not even mature until like they're 25.
Mm-hmm.
I would think so. You know, it's just like doesn't work out.
No, that's
Wouldn't you say the opposite? Women mature quicker than men. So, like, if you're 18, you're probably matured. Like, you're in the mindset of a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
what,
that
I guess what
contradicts
I'm trying to say is, and he has a point. What I'm trying to say is, why is it that in society we always allow women to get away with just about anything? Okay, I've seen women get away from traffic tickets just by crying, or just by looking pretty, you know, and just in general. Why are you laughing over there? I guess what I'm saying is, why is it that society gives women so many outs, but if a guy wants a younger woman, it's frowned upon?
We had a girl that said it was predatory yesterday. But you could be 18 and put your body online, just nude.
Which in that case is also predatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know who's watching
you.
you.
If you're gonna compare the both of them,
It could be a 60-year-old watching you. It doesn't matter at that point, right?
Jules, pull your mic closer.
Yeah. Ladies, please do me a favor. Speak into the mic. It's really frustrating for me to pause the show and tell you guys to speak into the mic. I told you guys before the show. So
I should know better.
All right, cool. What about you? You should know better a lot of things. You're really messing up. What about you?
I think it's all weird. I think that if an old man is dating a 19-year-old, I think it's weird. I think if you're 19, you're posting news for older men to watch or jerk off, I think it's all weird. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just what girls do, I feel like.
So, but why is it that society allows one and not the other?
I don't know. It's a hard question. I mean, I don't really have a defined answer for that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, OnlyFans is just so, and I think it goes back to how we talked about before. Is there's so many role models that do it, and they make so much money off of it that they think that the little ones can do it as well.
Yeah.
So they don't think of any issues. So it's at the end of the day, it's those famous people setting the roles and everything.
Yeah, I can understand what you're trying to say. What about you? What do you think about that?
Well, I think both of them are wrong. I mean, not both of them. I think the 40-year-old man to the 19-year-old woman is not wrong, honestly. Because like you guys always say, like men look for youth and beauty. So
correct.
And it's always been like that. So that shouldn't be wrong. People started to make it wrong. I feel like probably because of the feminist movement and trying to have always something against men. But it wasn't wrong before. Shit, it was normal before, you know? And selling your body online, it's not fucking okay.
All right. So what about you? What do you think about that? Speaking to the mic, please.
I think men are bashed for. Just women don't get bashed for anything they do. It's like OnlyFans and all that has become so normalized now. So everyone thinks it's okay to do when I don't think it is. And the 40-year-old and the 19-year-old, if they're both parties are agreeing to it, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But obviously the man's gonna get the hate for it because women don't get hate for nothing they do, pretty much.
Yeah. How about this? And do we have any super chats, bro?
We got one more.
One more. Let's get to that one real quick.
Repo says, "Shout out, Grandma."
Yeah, shout out to my boy Repo, bro. We appreciate you so much. Shout out to Grandma. Grandma was honestly amazing, man. I was Florida way. She's really hip, man, for a grandma. Shout out to her. And hopefully she's not watching.
We got some member chats too.
All right, go ahead.
Urameshi asks, question for the ladies: have you ever physically hit a boyfriend?
Oh, quick. Let's be short and concise, guys. I don't really need an explanation. Have you ever hit a boyfriend? Yes or no?
No.
Speaking to the mic, please.
No.
What about
No.
you?
Yes.
Yes. What about you?
No.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're not gonna delve into that one. Moving on. Any other ones?
We're out of supers.
We're out of All right, and let's take a few regular ones. Go ahead.
Cool. MHD asks, question to the ladies: what do you look for in a relationship?
Quick and concise. What do you look for in a relationship?
Protection.
What about you?
Protection.
All right, give me
Oh,
something
God
else.
damn it. Don't do this echo chamber shit.
Give me something else.
That's my
hey,
main
hey,
thing.
what else? What else? Give me one more other thing.
Companionship.
Companionship.
Like having some like a partner.
What about you?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. What about you?
Empathy.
Empathy. You better ask for that one, girl. You better ask for that one. All right, cool. Moving on.
We got a super.
Go ahead.
Kish asks, would you ever call your pets your kids, i.e. treat your pets like your kids? There's a trend of no kids, but just pets.
That is a really good super chat.
Those
Kish.
are usually the lonely 30-year-olds that were sexually liberated and now have no value to themselves.
You know
that
what?
Are very masculine.
I'm gonna
have
switch.
A lot of trauma
I'm gonna switch his question around a little bit. Why do you think that people are substituting kids with pets? So we'll start off with you. Go ahead.
Probably because like they show them love and affection, so people think I can get a pet, so like they're like more loyal to them than people are nowadays.
Uh-huh.
So
All right, cool. What about you? What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
going off that, I think it's the loyalty part. You know that pet's gonna love you if you love them. It's like my mom always says, "Oh, we have a fifth or third child."
Yeah.
Wait, third
Mhm.
child, Aria, bowling ball.
You guys do understand you're comparing dogs to kids. Like kids have no choice but to kind of be loyal to you because they're kids. Like they don't know, like you're a god to them essentially. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay, but you guys are all talking about loyalty. What about you? Do me a favor, speaking to the mic, please.
I feel like people don't have kids nowadays as much as they want to because having kids, it is hard, it's expensive, and nobody really wants to have kids by their own. So finding somebody to have kid with and to actually stay by you, it's hard.
So you would rather
choosing-
get
so
an
choosing
animal
no,
that you
definitely
could
not.
control?
Definitely not me. But I feel like people do choose to have animals and treat them like child because it's the easier route, and you also somehow fill that void of not having a kid by having an animal or something to be to take care of.
All right, do me a favor. Stop leaning back. Sit up and put your chair up because it looks really lazy when you're like all the way back there. All right. Okay. What about you? Why do you think that people are having dogs now instead of kids, or substituting dogs for kids? Go ahead.
One, the fear of the responsibility of having a kid, or the fact that they just didn't have a kid at a young age and they're too old to have that kid now, so they fill that void with having these pets.
Yeah, that is a really good point right there. A lot of older women tend to have a lot of pets, and there's a reason why, because nobody wants them but the pets. I would also say that there's a reason why women are substituting kids with pets is because they're so stuck on trying to be these boss babes that they can't take care of kids. So, they'll buy a dog and leave him at home for 8 to 10 hours until they come home and be able to walk him and feed him. Or sometimes, like in this building, we live in a very like high-end building. People pay people to come walk their dogs.
Yeah, I've seen that shit before.
But just in general, I think that it comes back to like women trying so hard to be successful and accomplishing all these accolades that you guys don't really have time to have kids, especially here in Miami.
It's the masculine and superiority complex.
And this is how I know that what I'm saying is facts, because you see anywhere around here, Brickell, Bayside, Miami Beach, you see dogs and baby strollers
For real.
with fucking clothes and hats and sunglasses and shoes. Right?
That's true.
So why would you have a dog and treat him like a kid if you secretly like didn't want a kid? You know what I mean? Like there's no reason why little Bam Bam needs shoes, Jordans, and sunglasses and outfits. Like there's really like he doesn't like that shit. That's just uncomfortable
Be
for him.
dripped out.
Yeah.
So
and a lot of women that say they, I just like pets more. No, it's just you can't get a man that likes you and wants to marry you.
That is also true. A lot you got, and I see your eyes rolling. But the thing is that most women out here in Miami are very masculine, not necessarily because they want to be, because they have to be. It's a very exactly. But there you go, right? It all comes down to money. It's a very dog-eat-dog world out here. The competition is fierce. You have to be, in a sense, you have to be kind of manly to be able to
I've
get
seen
ahead.
New York. Like,
New York for
hell
sure.
yeah.
I'm from the Bronx, so it's.
Oh, y'all a different breed.
Yeah, you guys, yeah. New York women are crazy, man. All right, cool. That was a good question. Shout out to you, Kish. Any other ones?
Yeah, Captain asked, ladies, if you own a home, would you rather pay the repairman or marry him?
Good question.
That's a terrible question.
Unless
I'm not understanding what
it's
he's
a good
saying.
question. He's
No,
asking,
it's a good question.
Break it down for me.
So basically, if you own a home, would you rather like live there with your man who's your repairman, or would you live there alone and pay for a repairman?
Okay, that makes sense.
Quick and concise. Go ahead.
Marry the repairman.
Yeah. All right. What about you?
The other answer.
Pay him.
Pay for a repairman. And
Yeah.
Okay, so just pay him. All right, cool. What about you, Jules?
I would want my man to be able to do things around the house.
Yeah.
So marry him. What about you?
Marry him.
Marry him. Okay, cool. Good question, man. Shout out to you, Captain. Any other ones?
Let's see. Teddy Bear Bundy. He asks, a 40-year-old, I only mess with women in their 20s. I think he got it confused. We're talking about a 40-year-old guy.
Yeah.
But she did mention saying vice
A
versa.
40-year-old, I only mess with women in their 20s. Oh, so he's a guy. He's saying that he would never date a 40-year-old. He only messes with women in their 20s. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because women only want beauty and youth. Like no,
Men.
I'm sorry, men. I'm sorry, men only want beauty and youth because like that's your value. Like, bro, nobody wants to have sex with a 40-year-old and have a kid with her. We want to, and at 40, like guys can have kids. All we got to do is just bust a nut. You know what I mean? So like we don't want to do it in a 40-year-old. We want to do it in a 20, 22, 25-year-old. So good super chat, man. Shout out to you.
That's
Any other
the
ones?
bottom of the supers.
All right, cool. Let's do some regular ones real quick.
All right. Question from Jen. Ladies, what is something you wish your mother taught you growing up?
All right, good question. Let's start off with you. Something you wish your mother taught you. Speaking
Can
to
you
the
speak
mic,
to the
please.
mic, please?
Ladies, we're in front of a lot of people right now. Your energy has to come up a little bit, okay? I feel like I'm speaking to people that are dying here. All right. She's over here rolling back. All right. Like, you know, and you're very soft spoken. I really, you know, like I really would like high energy, just out of respect for everybody that's taking their time to watch us. They're spending money on us. I don't understand why I have to say this. Like, you know, like you guys are all really cool, but it's also my job as the host of the show to make sure that I give all these people quality show. So please step it up, short and concise. Let's be honest here, okay? Like I've never had to do this before, and it's really frustrating. What was the question, ladies? What is something you wish your mother taught you growing up? Go ahead.
I would say like just stepping back for a moment, like not always taking like responsibility of like not responsibility, but like, you know, like I don't know how to like say it.
How old are you again?
I'm 21.
21. You still got time. I'm not mad at you, but you do have to understand that, and hopefully you go back and you watch this show. You haven't really made sense all night. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully you go back and you're like, you know what? Like I get what he's saying. Okay, moving on to you.
Cooking.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. She was ready for that one. All right, what about you, Jules?
My mom is very independent, so I feel like learning how to be feminine into myself came very from me. So I wish she would have taught me that herself.
Wow, shout out to you. What about you? Okay, what about you?
My mom was very straightforward. I'm really close with her. She taught me pretty much. She made me the person I am today, so I don't think there was like a lot missing.
Okay, gotcha. So there's nothing you wish she would have taught you at all?
No.
Is there something that you would improve within yourself?
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm really emotional, so maybe not being so vulnerable and putting myself so.
Okay.
All that.
I would say that's actually a good thing though, with the right person. Okay, shout out to you. Those were great answers, ladies, except for yours. You didn't say anything.
All right.
All right. Do you want to try again, or you're good?
Well, I agree with the feminine.
Yeah.
Like
okay. Yeah. Would you say that the way you're living your lifestyle or having a past, would you say that's a masculine way of living? Yes. Okay.
And if you understand that, why don't you change it? If you want to be more feminine, why haven't you taken steps?
Like as to what? Like
be more feminine and submissive. Stop giving your body away.
I mean,
has anyone ever
crickets?
And it's cool. Listen, man.
One
thing I'll say to you is, and I've learned this from my last few shows, is a lot of times I sit here and I talk to women and I don't really put myself in your shoes. It's really hard being a woman. It's really, really hard. It's not harder than being a man, but it's probably up there. Okay. And I used to have, like, when I was a younger kid and, you know, I was going through my phase, like, I wasn't thinking long term. When I was 15 and I was going through that phase of, like, I just wanted to have sex, I wasn't thinking about how it would affect me at 25. Right. So equally, I don't think it really, most women, I don't think you guys really think like that either. Who's thinking about 5 years from now? Right. But I would say has anyone ever come to you and be like, hey, you know what? Like maybe a friend or a loved one, but like, hey, you know what? Like maybe you should chill out.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
but it doesn't.
Your grandparents in your life?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get, you know, like stuck on you too much, but yeah, because but I was just hoping, because a lot of times people will tell women that and they don't care, they'll disregard it. So okay, cool.
One more from Dr. Kish.
What's up?
He said, Daddy doing the discipline on air, major W.
Listen, man, I'm trying to be a nice person, man. So shout out to you. I appreciate you for noticing that. All right, cool. Let's get to some regular ones, man.
So, grandma said, guys, 40 is a woman in her prime.
Grandma, come on, man.
40? She said 40?
She said 40 is a woman in her prime. Yeah. Grandma's clearly
I want to
joking.
piggyback
She's
off this,
she's
low-key,
yanking
though.
our chain. She's yanking our chain. Go ahead.
Why is it okay for women to go for a guy in their prime, but it's bad for a guy to go for a woman in her
You know
prime?
what? Before we answer that, do you know what the prime is for a woman and a man? Do you ladies know? Would you say yes? What's a prime for a man? Like what years?
age?
What age would you
Yeah.
say is his prime?
I would say like 22.
22. What about you?
I mean, 20 to 30.
20 to 30. What about you?
Between 30 to 40.
30 to 40. And you?
Okay.
His 30s.
30s. Okay.
Okay.
They're right, ladies.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, what age do you think is the prime for a woman?
Oh,
Mm,
oops. I thought it was the other way.
So at
maybe like
at what
25.
age? So 25. What about you?
Okay, well, my answer was for the other one. So
Okay.
I thought women's were 20 to 30, and then men would be 30 to 40.
Okay. And what about you?
20s.
20s. What about you?
20s.
Okay. So yeah, it is 20s. And it's actually earlier than 20s. It can start at 18, 19.
Mm.
And 25 is usually where it kind of starts to like go down for ladies.
Yeah, you start using your beauty, start
Yeah.
getting wrinkles in your face. You probably have more trauma now, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It's the youth behind it.
Now, what was the question that you were going to ask them?
So why is it okay for a woman to go for a guy in her prime, but it's bad and shamed for a man to go for a woman in her prime?
Good question. Start off with you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, can you repeat the question?
Okay. So very short and concise. Why is it that when a man wants to go for a woman in her pride, which
Yeah.
is typically 18 to 25, it's shamed. But when a woman wants to date up, which is a man in his prime between the ages of 30 to 40, it's not shamed, right? And the woman can be 18, 19, 20, whatever. It doesn't matter. No one cares.
Mhm.
So why is it shamed for one and not the other?
It's probably shame because, like, you know, you would think like the girl has it it all together, but like they're just like still confused, I would say, and like they don't know better. That's why it's like probably shamed upon.
I was very confusing. I'm not
adults.
gonna lie. Yeah.
I
So
mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
So you don't think you know what you want right now?
Huh?
Do you think you know what you want right now in life?
No, not really.
speaking to the mic, please.
No.
You don't know how to like cook, like you don't.
No,
know,
I
like,
do,
if
but,
you're
like-
hungry or not, like
Yeah,
okay, so you know what you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
but like what?
What do you want?
requirements?
What do you want? Like, tell me right now.
Yeah.
What
a
do you
man.
want? Like, what do you want? You do you want to continue just having like meaningless sex with guys, or like?
No,
are you
I'm looking for like a
something?
long-term relationship.
Okay,
to be
tell me,
honest, just to
describe-
grow with them.
Okay.
You know,
So describe to me the type of guy you want right now.
a guy, caring, humble, loyal, has common sense.
Okay.
Because a lot of people lack that in the society.
Okay.
Like someone I could fall have security upon
Uh-huh.
protection.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
Now, do you think you're giving that guy something to respect when you do find him? Because
Yeah.
there's guys out there that can offer you everything you just named.
Mhm.
Do you think that your lifestyle right now is conducive to actually deserving a guy who's like that?
No. To
No.
be honest, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the
wh-
way, we're because I don't want to get us canceled. You understand? We're trying to help you understand the situation you're in. We're not trying to bash you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
What about you? Would you say that your current lifestyle right now would it merit having like a decent guy, like the guy that you hopefully hope to end up with?
I mean, yes, I do go out a lot as of recently moving here.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm recently single and the first time since I've been 13, basically.
Wow.
So I'm just kind of doing what I want to do. Obviously, I'm not being like a hoe or anything like that. I'm not sleeping around, but I just want to do what I want to do. I don't
Okay.
want to live. I don't want to owe anyone anything right now. But if that right guy were to come around, obviously, I'd be like, okay, yeah.
Okay. So you think you are living a pretty good life to deserve a guy like that. All right.
Mhm.
What about you?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. What about you?
Yeah, 100%.
You are? Okay, cool. Shout out to you guys, man. Any other super chats, bro?
Yeah, Teddy Bear Bundy said women's prime is 18 to 26. 40 is way past the wall.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. And I agree with you. Listen, man, a 40-year-old, get a cat. Okay. Shout out to you.
No
and,
more super.
and it's rare. Like you heard grandma call in earlier, she found somebody, but that's like the very small minority. It doesn't usually happen. Okay, cool. So this was definitely the most energetic panel we've ever had. Shout
It
out
was
to you
fucking
guys.
funny. It was
I mean,
great.
I felt like we had this
Are you being
Was
sarcastic?
that sarcastic?
no, not at all.
Yeah, sure.
Not at all. I felt like this show was in a cemetery. All right.
That's
Like
awesome.
I feel like it's dead in here. So
give
we're
me some
gonna
Red Bull.
we're gonna go ahead and get your thoughts on the show.
Somebody said if I can make noodles. Yes, I can make noodles.
So
read the chat.
we told you not to read the chat. That's your third strike. You should be out of here by now.
that was
Alright.
not three.
Okay.
Was this number 4? All right, cool. Thoughts on the shot on it. There, I'm thinking about strikes and shots. Man. I need a shot after this, man. This is crazy. All right, ladies, thoughts on the show and a question you have for the panel. So go ahead. Thoughts on the show.
My thoughts are like I like how you like tell the perspective of men, like what you guys think of like the prime and like value of women. Some girls don't really think about like relationship types or like what they should look for in a man. Like that's important. But yeah.
So you can ask the panel of guys right now any question that you want to know about guys, how we think, etc. Any question? Go ahead.
What is like one book you recommend?
Okay, go ahead.
Bushido, Way of the Warrior.
Way of the Warrior.
It talks about honor and how you should act as I guess, in life.
Okay.
How to, have structure and morals.
For me, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's a good
I haven't
book.
read that yet.
That is a good one.
What about you, Anwar?
Read The Rational Male, Rollo Tomasi.
yeah.
It's made for men to understand the dynamics between men and women, but it also teaches women a lot about how.
Would
men
you say
think.
The Rational Male is equivalent to Think Like a Man by Steve Harvey?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, what about you? Thoughts on the show and then a question for the panel, guys.
I mean, I don't know. It was fun. It's always fun to hear everyone's perspective on things and just trying to grow for myself, I guess. And then obviously it was nice to have my grandma come on. It's always nice to have her.
Yeah,
here.
shout out to her, man.
Shout out to your
That was,
grandma.
I would tell you, that was definitely one of the most entertaining calls we've had. And shout out to her. She great spirit, like great spirit. Real quick before you ask your question, we have a super chat, man. Shout out to my boy. Who is that?
Oh, Brooks, $50. He said, "Great job with the show. Big things coming."
Shout out to you, Brooks.
Shout out to you, Brooks, man. We appreciate that so much,
You're a
homie.
fucking
Thank you
G,
so
bro.
much. All right, quick question for the panel of guys.
What do you guys look for in a girl?
And by the way, real quick, when you ask these questions, you can ask the chat too. Like we can try to answer for them. You know what I mean? But just in general, like if I was a woman, I'd want to know why do men think this way? Why is this so important to them? Like a lot of women come in here, they struggle with this. I'm like, do you have a question for us? And they're like, I don't. Come back to me. So what about you? You said what was your question?
What do you guys look for in a girl?
Do you want
since-
me to be concise or get deep with it?
I mean,
Because I could tell you I want respect, loyalty, and good sex.
mhm. I just feel like you guys criticize or like not criticize, but you try to bring out what we always look for in a guy and what we should and shouldn't look for. So I just want to know your guys' opinions. on it.
I'm gonna tell you something before he starts. I think that when women don't listen to directions, it is a very bad sign.
Mhm.
Okay. Before the show, I take my time. I go over rules with you guys. I even sit here and ask you, do you have any questions for me? Right. I get like a really bad picture painted of me online because I can be an asshole sometimes to women that deserve it and even to men that deserve it. Like, for instance, if she was a man and she was being interviewed by me, I would tell her, yo, sit the fuck up, dude. You're embarrassing me right now. This is my fucking show. Like, you know what happens? And this is how you know this is proof. Go back to any show we've ever done with men. And I promise you, there's not one guy that comes in here that's slouching like this. Not one guy, because they understand that it's about respect, right? You show your respect. Whenever you go to anyone's house, you're gonna be respectful. When you go to someone's show, you're respectful. You get in someone's car, you're respectful, right? It's about respect, ladies. You guys have to understand, just because you're ladies, you're not gonna get away with this shit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, it's a little bit tough, but it's the way it's gotta be. So, like me telling you, have high energy, me telling you, speak into the mic, don't read the chat, don't sit back, like all that stuff, it's a huge turnoff. I don't have time. Like there's a lot of people watching this right now. Like, why do I have to keep stopping this show to tell you guys to do the things that we talked about before the show? Don't use the bathroom while we're on air. You literally use the bathroom while we're on. It's like, I might as well tell you, go ahead and do the opposite of what I'm telling you to do. You know what I mean? That's one of my biggest things right there. Pay attention, man. The details matter to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to fucking repeat myself. You're not a fucking child. Okay? Pay attention. Let me guide you. Let me lead you. Let me provide for you. I'll do all that shit. What about you?
Well, piggybacking off my respect, loyalty, and good sex, I want to be able to have a woman when I walk out, she's just conservative. I don't want to be like, oh, you need to put this clothes on because you're showing too much. I want the girl to already know, yeah, I'm not supposed to do that, because I don't want to be in a position where I had to fight a guy because maybe she's looking too good and the guy wants to come up to talk to her or smack her ass or whatever it is. I don't want a girl that's embarrassing me. Embarrassment, like, that's like the worst thing as a man. If you fucking lie to me and I go ahead and tell my homies one thing and then you come on and, like, you know, or say a different thing, I'm like, oh fuck, like, now I look stupid as fuck.
Yeah, ladies, I'll also go off that and say that embarrassment is really big for men. Okay, all of you guys, all of you ladies have probably at one point or another embarrassed a guy you were with and he could not get over that shit. It is very embarrassing, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean you cheated. It could be something as far as, like, maybe you just didn't listen to me. Maybe you should have done something. Like, you have to understand, you ladies are an extension / representation of your man.
Facts.
Whoever you're with, the way you act. This is why the guy that I used to work with, Myron, he says that he can tell a lot by how a woman acts. If she says she has a boyfriend, the way you're acting, it tells me a lot about how you think about your man.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is because you're not going to act a certain type of way if you have a man, you know. And unfortunately now in today's age, women don't give a fuck about anything, you know. And it comes down to details, ladies. For me, don't embarrass me. Again, it doesn't have to mean sex. It could just mean if I told you to do something and you're not doing it, you're an extension of me. So by default, if you look stupid, I look stupid, right?
The guy's gonna have like less respect in a room full of guys. So now we're gonna be like, yo, that guy's a bitch. That guy's a pussy. Like,
not only that,
the leader.
Not only that, but there's a reason why if you have a lot of bodies, it's also embarrassing for that guy. Like, if a guy's dating a girl who has 50 bodies, it's embarrassing for him. Even though he just met you, it's embarrassing for him because now there's a potential possibility that if he takes you out, he's gonna run into one of those guys. You know, it always comes down to embarrassment, because embarrassing means that if you're not embarrassing me, that means that you respect me. So it always comes down to the same things. What about you, Anwar?
I'm simple: be fit, feminine, and friendly, and don't embarrass me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What about you? Thoughts on the show, and then question for the panel, guys.
I have no questions, but it was a great show.
Okay.
And I love Grandma.
All right.
She's awesome.
Shout out to Grandma. Grandma, we appreciate you so much. What about you? Thoughts on the show?
It was a dope show. It was great. You guys have a dope thing running. What do you guys think are like red flags on girls?
Red flags on girls.
I don't want to keep going all the way down.
Yeah,
the
I'm just gonna
list.
name
I'll
a
say,
few.
like, the main shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. Being super friendly, that's a turn off for me.
Yeah.
Even with my boys, I don't want you to hug my boys. This is a reason why, like, sometimes if my boys are talking to a girl, I'll be like, oh, just, you know, do something. I learned that the hard way. In general, just listen to me, you know, be submissive, let me lead. Don't embarrass me. Super fucking easy.
Yeah, red flags is if I ask you to do something, like, I want it done. Like, obviously I'm not going to be controlling and be a dickhead about it, but, like, obviously I'm saying it for a reason. If I don't like something, are you going to change it or are you not going to change it? That's, if you don't, then that's a red flag. Too friendly to guys. I know this is big for me. I know in the Hispanic culture, it's like, okay, cool. Like, you'll go to a guy and you'll give him a kiss on the cheek. That shit's like a turn off to me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't do that shit.
Yeah. So what about you, Anwar?
Red flag, attention horse.
Yeah. Attention. Okay, cool. right, cool. Shout out to the chat, man. The chat has been amazing tonight. Do we have any super chats real quick?
Yeah, we got a couple.
All right, let's do it.
Caveman says, Jennifer, do you realize the kind of guy you want is going to be in the 30+ age range?
Good question.
Damn.
Keep speaking the mic.
Actually,
Answer the
good
question.
super chat. What do you think about that?
I mean, like,
You're stuck. You do understand that most guys don't actually gain their value until they're in their 30s.
yeah.
It's a
Because-
very rare
yeah.
thing.
It's very rare if a 20-year-old has it all together. It's just very rare because he's so young.
Mhm.
And then also, if he does have it together, usually was inherited or his, their parents just were very financially well and they maybe gave him a good thing. But usually most men have to spend their 20s building into their 30s to be successful. So typically, even though you're only in your 20s, most guys that you're going to be attracted to are going to be in their 30s because they're more mentally mature. They probably have their finances together, and they're probably already gone through their whole phase to where they're actually like ready to settle down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Shout out to you. All right. Any other ones, bro?
Yep, we got one more.
All
From Never Too Much. He says, ladies, you call every woman beautiful. If she pulled the guy you were checking for, would you be mad at him or her?
Okay. Good question, actually. Let's start off with you. Who would you be mad at?
Since girls like to say every woman is beautiful in tens.
Like if she's my friend, like I'm gonna be like, yo, I want that guy. Like I would be mad at her.
Let's say she's not your friend. Let's say she's just a random girl. You think she's beautiful. Would you?
No, I don't care.
No, you don't care?
No.
All right. What about you, Jules?
I would not be mad.
What about you, Jules? 2 Jules. What about you?
No.
No. All right. What about you?
No.
All right. Real quick. I like this question real quick. Never. Shout out to you. Also become a member, homie. I haven't seen you before. Shout out to you. Go. Make sure you'll go ahead and subscribe too. All right. Cool. We'll end the chat like. We'll end the show like this. Would you say you're an honest person?
Yeah.
Would you say you're an honest person, Jules?
Yes.
What about you, Jules?
Yeah.
Would you? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do
I'll
is,
sit
and
up
we'll
for
end it
this one.
here, is we're just gonna have you guys rate each other. Okay. So go ahead and rate her on down. From 1 to 10, 10 is good, 5 is average. Let's see how honest you guys can be. Go ahead. Speak into the mic, please.
Like
You. Go ahead and rate them, please.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Yes.
I
Go
thought she
ahead.
was sorry.
So go ahead and rate her.
I'll give you a 7,
All right, a 7. What about her?
a 5,
Uh-huh.
and an 8.
And an 8.
Okay, rate
All right.
yourself real quick, please.
What do you rate
I'll
yourself?
give myself a 6.
Okay.
What?
What about you? Go ahead and rate her on down, please. Go ahead.
I'll give you like an 8. You like 7. And you like a 7. Yeah.
What do you rate yourself?
6.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you rate her on down. Go ahead.
A 9,
Okay.
a 4.
Whoa.
Yo, that was a personal attack.
That was very
That was a
personal right
personal
there.
attack.
Jules,
That was a
Jules,
personal attack.
Jules, that was very
see,
personal.
So that's
Jules.
not
That's
being
why
honest.
she gave it a 4.
That's not being honest.
She gave her
You're
Jules,
a
basing that off
grandma,
your
grandma
emotions.
would not be happy right
Yeah.
now. Okay.
I'm just going one below.
I can't wait to see mine.
Okay. So she's a 4, and what is she?
An 8.
An 8. Okay.
And what you rate yourself?
What do you rate yourself?
7.
7. All right. What about you? Go ahead. Rate her on down, please.
I think you're a good 7 up there. You're 6, and I'll give you a 7 up there too.
Okay. What do you rate yourself?
A 10.
A
Fuck
10.
you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm giving myself a 7 too.
A 7.
I think 7 over
Okay.
here.
Shout out to you,
6 over
ladies.
there.
Maybe we should have done
Maybe
this at the
an
start
8.
because now there's gonna be a little animosity.
Yeah, like the show's about to end like this.
Listen,
Fuck.
man. Shout out to the chat. We love you guys so much. Shout out to Grandma. Grandma, thank you for calling in.
Before we
Your
end
granddaughter Jules is definitely an amazing person. Shout out to you.
Before we end it, we gotta do our little special thing. Out of the 3 guys on the panel, me, Anwar, Eric, fuck, marry, kill.
All right, so he likes to play this game before we get off. It's called Fuck, Marry, Kill. You have to pick one of us 3 to fuck, one of us to marry, and one of us to kill. We'll start off with you. Go ahead.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Okay. What about you?
Kill all of you guys.
Shout out to you. Now play the game the correct way, please. Go ahead.
For real?
Yeah. go
Yeah,
ahead.
you come on, like that's some bullshit. I really want to ask questions with this.
Go ahead.
Fuck,
Go ahead.
marry, kill.
Okay. What about you?
Mary, fuck kill.
Why are you killing me? I've been nice to you all show. God damn. All right, cool. What about you? Speaking to the mic though.
interesting. Now let me stop. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Shout out to you ladies for
Damn,
being
that was
honest.
my first kill.
Thank you guys
Shout
so
out
much
to
for
you.
being unfiltered. Okay, cool. Any other super chats?
Nope, that's
No,
it.
cool. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night, man. Peace.